trapped in the darkest depths of the Underdark, where madness festers, demons rule. A band of unlikely heroes must escape imprisonment, only to return again to survive unspeakable horrors and fight their way back to the light. But the Underdark doesn't let go so easily. This is Out of the Abyss.
So, to quickly recap last time, you guys came up with this harebrained scheme of summoning Demogorgon into Driddle's demiplane and fighting him on your own terms in a reconstruction of Velkenveld. You did so. It was actually pretty easy to get him in there. Once you got him in there, that's when the difficult bits happened. He was very large and powerful, ripping his way out of the ground. Combat ensued, and it was violent and bloody. Unfortunately, Valencia was killed in the battle. And I don't recall exactly who got the killing blow. I think it was Fiddle,
I used power word kill.
That's right, yeah. And immediately after the fight, you guys were visited by a figure who identified himself as Vecna and explained that over the past 9 months, as you guys had been pulling everyone's attention away from him, he has been plotting and scheming, and he has found his hand. He has his hand, and he is simply in search of his eye.
Which he doesn't realize, and we didn't realize that we had the map too this whole time.
Yes.
And I was gonna say, and it is probably an amazing quinky dink that you have someone who treasure hunts for a living with you now.
Yeah, and this was also apparently being sought out by Thor.
Yeah.
But even he didn't know that.
Regardless, he then vanished, leaving you guys to kind of dwell on that with your own thoughts. But we'll pick up immediately after the battle. Dalibrak, you can say that you've been there, just for storytelling purposes. I don't know why you skipped out, right? So, with Valencia's body there, Demogorgon's body melting into black ichor, and Vecna disappearing into mist. What do you guys do?
So, out of character, is the puzzle box with the map in it have to be opened, or do we know how to open that? Or have I been told that?
I believe that you've been told that Driddle has been trying to open it, and it's a multi-step process that you can't really cheat your way through.
A lot of steps. Last session, we barely got to step 8. I mean...
Dalibrak says, do you mind if I have a try at that?
Sure. Yeah.
Wait, what do I need to roll?
Yes, this is going to be an investigation check.
Can I help him with this?
Oh god, my investigation's not terrible.
Yeah, but do it with advantage, because you've got teammates helping.
1, and then I'm going to roll again. I rolled an 18.
18? Okay.
And it's currently on step 8.
Yes. I don't remember what it looks like currently. Do you?
No. I think both parts of it folded out like 2 halves.
That's right. And you've got them combined back together again. Even with an 18, you are scanning it hard, trying to figure out if any parts move or anything. You've got a little bit of movement in one spot, but it's not progressing at all.
All right. Means we gotta wait a day, right? Next on.
Yep.
Can it just be passed around, or is the cooldown for everybody?
I believe I said it could be passed around.
Yep. Ailey, want to take a crack at it?
I'll take a crack.
Other quick question, Erickson. My character was hired to find this for someone.
Help you too, Ailey.
So, would he know why this person would have wanted this, or if he should just not even tell them that
investigation
he found whatever it was?
Same bonus.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't have given you any details. They were just telling you to find it.
So, with the investigation, I know I rolled nature, but it's the same bonus. 25, and if that fails, I'm going to use a side dice to add to that.
That does succeed. With that 25, you move forward and you're able to shift it. Just gotta shift it down first, and then to the side, and then you can twist it around. And you are now successfully in phase 9. Good job.
No. Okay. Does it look like it's too far off from being open?
That's impossible to tell.
Curse you, puzzle box.
Curse you
also,
for
Blanche is dead.
vandalizing my screen.
Oh. Terribly sorry about that. I was just taking notes.
Yeah.
And anyways, I'll have the simulacrums. I'll tell one of them to take Valencia. I haven't been to Phandalin. We're gonna end up in the middle of nowhere. Do you have anything that's from Phandalin?
I know one of the simulacrums went, because when they teleported and buried Ron.
Oh, that's right. I'll tell whoever that was. Go bury her over there, right by Ron.
Okay. Yeah. Are you all going, or are you just sending the simulacrum?
The simulacrum. I think we got to get working on the God of Lies or Secrets that just is about to kill everyone if we don't act fast enough.
Valid.
Galbraith then adds and says, well, one thing that I can say that I will be a good help with once we get this map out of here is I'm very good with reading maps and whatnot, so hopefully that'll help us get a jump on him.
That's good, and I know I met you guys, yesterday. If anyone wants to, go home to their families before Vecna kills everybody in the world, I don't blame you. I'm currently the only member of the Abyssal Breakers, here. You guys are honorary members, and I love and cherish you. There are no benefits to this job, though.
Clearly.
I think I'm gonna go with the simulacrum. Bury Valencia, may she rest in peace, and then I'm off the job, so I have to go talk to some people about some things.
We have money too. Can I pay you to help kill Vecna?
Pay me to help kill Vecna.
It's a pretty rough ask, but yeah, I think I have more money than I know what to do with. Especially all my friends are dead.
Galbraith adds, but how would it feel being the bounty hunter who killed Vecna?
That's right, for no money at all.
How about Yeah, I can't offer you money. I don't know what to do there. Sorry, I'm at a loss.
I could offer you cool artifacts. I use most of mine as paperweights.
I can give you a thumbs up.
Now that Vecna's out and about in the open, I'm sure there'll be plenty of offers. I don't think I'll be gone for long. And if I am, I have a little bit of attachment to this plane. I'd feel really bad if it got obliterated. So I'll take your offer up on money.
Oh,
normally if I go after a god, it's for a god, because it's hard. I don't do it because it's bad.
Do you need transportation getting back to your previous person who hired you to kill that thing? And I point to the Demogorgon puddle.
No, I can get back. They know how to contact me.
Interesting. And don't mind me asking, why do you want to go to Valencia's burial? I don't think you knew her very well.
Not particularly, but I'm making a point that every time a co-worker dies in the line of duty, I at least attend their funeral. It seems like good manners.
Fair enough.
Makes sense.
Makes sense. I will allocate her items in the tower.
Okay. I was going to ask you if you want to go through her body now, or if you want to have the simulacrum do it before he buries her.
I'll just have the simulacrum take everything off that isn't I'll have her be buried in her clothes, but take the armor and everything off.
Yeah, I gotcha. Okay. So, and the simulacrum, what was that, Dollar?
Out of character, my character had a sending stone, right? That was the his associates were able to talk to him, correct?
Yeah, that's how you got.
I was wondering if he could contact one of his other people who works his business with him, the one who's kind of more or less the lore bookie person, and see if they can help with maybe doing some research on the Eye of Vecna, or B, research on what this puzzle box is to see if they could come up with maybe an easier way to get through the next few things?
Well, if you're looking for research, I know a magical library that has everything.
That is true.
I'm just trying to use my my resources, but sure.
Yeah, and I wonder now that Vecna's out there that they won't be so clouded in their visions that they had. They weren't really able to tell us much about him beforehand, but maybe now that he's revealed himself.
Yeah, I heard Vecna's not a good thing.
No, he closed up that wizard's mouth over there. Hey, Gromp, can you say Vecna's name now?
Vecna?
He seems very good at pantomiming now.
His mouth didn't close. Anyways, I feel like we all deserve a rest.
Yeah.
I will...
I think that Trishek will join Aelin and the simulacrum to go bury Valentia's body.
Alright.
Okay. We'll do that real quick. As they teleport off to Phandalin, Aelin, you probably helped the simulacrum go through her stuff and things, and she's got that whole long list of items that she put into the chat there.
Let me see what I want.
I will ask Valencia, how many of those letters do you still have? Is it just the one?
Sir Scoria's letter's still on her. That was recently written, but the others Dritz has.
That's right. Okay. So, in going through her body and her things, you do find a letter that doesn't have a wax seal on it, but it is signed. Do you want to commit some mail fraud or no?
Can I see who it's addressed to?
Yeah, a Sir Scoria.
Oh. In that case, yes, mail fraud away.
As a simulacrum, I have no morality.
True.
We open the letter.
Yeah, you pull it open, and I'll read this to you. It says, "Dear Sir Scoria," and it also has Valencia's silver coin inside of it. She says, "Sorry for the formality. I just guessed you wouldn't want me to use your real name, even in a letter. I've decided that after years of service and countless battles, it's time for me to retire. I know, you're probably laughing right now, me giving up the sword. It feels surreal even to say it, but the truth is, I'm tired. I've carried the weight of justice on my shoulders for so long, and while I've fought for good with all my heart, I think it's time to lay down my blade. The lines between light and dark, right and wrong, they've blurred so many times over the years, and somewhere along the way I realized that I need to rediscover who I am, outside of the oaths and the armor. It's time for me to find a quieter path now. But I'm not leaving for good. Not disappearing into some temple to live out my days in solitude. In fact, that's why I'm writing you. I want to ask you to visit me. I'm planning to settle in Phandalin, near my family's graves. I will find a little place, nothing fancy, just a cottage near the hills, overlooking a valley. It's peaceful there, and the stars are brighter than I've ever seen them. I think you'll like it. Still, there's a guest room with your name on it if you ever get tired of traveling. So, what do you say? I hate the way things ended with us, and it would be good to see you again now that I have a new perspective. Come visit, please. With respect and friendship always, Valencia."
I'll close it up and be like, the Paladin and Scoria, huh? Interesting pairing. And
She
then I'll
really
cut that
liked
right
lighting
back.
letters.
Apparently she did.
I will say, as you finish rolling it up, it starts to get, hot to the touch. And the entire scroll bursts into flame and vanishes.
You might want to wear gloves next time, Aelin. I did not realize your body ran so hot.
I'm gonna look down at it and be like, crap.
Whatever could that mean?
It means I'm in so much trouble.
You are.
Well,
So much trouble.
sucks to be you.
Okay. The simulacrum begins digging a hole by Ront and Valencia's family's graves. Gently sets her body inside. And begins burying it. As the simulacrum begins to throw some soil back onto her, Trishek just like leaves.
He leaves?
He can't deal with that right now. So, the body is buried. The simulacrum can set a headstone and can get you guys back. But if you have some place to go visit, Aelin, I think that whenever you'd like to.
I'm gonna look around for a doorway, and I'll tell the simulacrum, it's like, I'm gonna go. I will probably be back. Don't die, I guess.
I think that is probably a good idea.
Beep boop. Okay.
Let
me
Aelin,
go find
you-
Trishek.
Okay. Yeah, Aelin, would you mind giving me this will be a perception check.
Based on sight?
No, this is more planar energies.
Okay. Wow. A nat 1 for a total of 15.
Dang, dude.
And then, is that an auto failure?
Nat 1, yeah.
Okay. In that case, I'm not going to use anything.
Yeah. You are struggling to find any kind of doorway here in Phandalin. You vaguely remember where the doorway was that you, Oh wait, are you looking just for any doorway, or a doorway specifically to Sigil?
Well, specifically to Sigil. Anything that I could use my portal key to attune to.
I forgot you have a freaking portal.
My specific portals.
Yeah, there are various homes and shops around you that you can use a door on. I thought you were looking for like an extra dimensional rift or something. Okay.
Just break into a random house with a key.
Got it.
If that's how the portal keys work, I don't know if it ever got... Is that how they work?
I think that's how you've used them in the past, so...
Okay.
Yeah, sure. City adored and all that.
Here, go into that outhouse.
Yeah.
Yes, that works.
Perfect. Yeah, you insert your key and step through. We'll get back to you in a minute here.
Mm-hmm.
Dalibek, did you go with them to Barry Valencia?
Probably.
Okay.
Probably before they leave, he does get on his sending stone to contact Riakin, that was his partner, about what they had found, and if he knows anything about a puzzle sphere that a map leading to Vecna's eye is in, just to see if there's any clues he could give us to maybe make the rolls a little easier.
Well, I don't think anyone knew. Do you want to spread the word about Vecna killing everyone to everybody?
Oh no, he won't spread anything. This
Okay.
is just going to be between me and him.
Okay, he ain't no snitch.
Oh,
No.
hell no. If he was a snitch, he would not be Dalibrek's business partner.
Valid. Okay, so yeah, he'll get looking into that. Okay, cool. So you are off with the simulacrum and Trishek. Let's click back to Journal, who I guess is alone with Dritz and the simulacrum.
My two best friends.
Yeah.
How is Dritz looking?
And Grump, I guess. Not
Okay.
good. Let me
Like health-wise, or like
Yeah,
depressive
let me-
state, PTSD?
both.
Oh.
Let's see how he's doing health-wise, because I'm curious.
I don't think Gromp got hit too bad.
Ooh, yeah, he's almost single-digit health.
I'll allow him to lean on my shoulder as I take him back to wherever he sleeps in the tower. I think the refurbished torture room.
Yep. Yeah, he collapses and just kind of passes out.
Yep. And I'll turn to Gromp. What next for you? Seems like you redeemed yourself by helping us close the demon problem.
Now that you think that I have, I think that any assistance that you all might need would be good for me to do. I don't have much of a home back in Mezzobrans, and I don't think. But I don't see the continue fighting against whatever this. Well, now we know exactly what it is, but continue fighting against him, or go keep hiding in Luskin.
I mean, you're welcome to run the tower while we're not here. You have a home with us now.
Tempting offer. Are you planning on releasing all of your cronies that you have here?
Cronies.
Lord's Alliance.
Oh yeah. I've actually never talked to any of those people. I guess I should tell them to leave. Yeah. I never talked to Mr. Riddle either. I guess I'll just walk out. To all whom this may concern, Vecna is coming soon. I suggest you leave home to your families while you still can.
Cool. Got a natural one on their wisdom save. That incites a little bit of panic. Yeah, people don't take that super well.
Okay, I'll ask. I have a spell for this, I think. Somewhere. Where
My
is it?
God, you were the fucking worst at rallying people.
Look, this is my first step as leader, is to get these guys off my porch.
As Valentia's ghost, she's smacking her head against the wall right now.
Where?
I mean, that'll do it.
Yeah, I have to. Okay. Yes,
Could
I
break
will.
the news a little more gently.
Well,
You
I can't.
gremlin.
I will do that magically. Calm emotions on a lot of them. Calm down. Just go home. I pull out all your retirement funds, guys. Drain the bank accounts, end times, start partying.
Okay.
And also tell no one about Vecna. Just say that you all just like, I don't know, just don't like your job anymore.
Sounds good. Okay. Yeah, people calm down a little bit and begin packing up.
Okay. Now that said, what's my second thing to do as leader of the Abyssal Breakers?
Oh shoot. Hold on. Elias, the member of the Order of the Gauntlet that was pretty close to Valencia, kind of jogs up to you and says, "Hey, did everyone make it out of that okay?"
Oh no, what do I say to this guy?
That's up to you.
Not everyone, unfortunately. Valencia is no longer with us.
Face kind of falls and he just says, "No."
Yeah,
I see. Okay. Okay. We'll get everyone packed up.
okay. Thank you. You were always the strongest of us.
All right. Let's see here. Let's move on.
Oh yeah, the Lord's Alliance dudes. Do they even care that Driddle's been missing for this long, or is it just under the impression that he would not survive this mission?
I remember there's actually no one here from. Is there people here from the Lord's Alliance? Shoot, I don't know.
So I need to figure out like a lie to get out of that
the
too.
archers, I think, were from the Lord's Alliance.
Oh yeah, the ones that didn't have the Garistra.
Well,
Oh, they died,
were
right?
babysitting you.
Didn't Gross fireball them?
No,
No.
he tried to, but he stalled. They weren't babysitting you. The party specifically, now that everyone is either dead or gone, they were the ones that were babysitting you. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. So those are just like unassociated to this mission, Lord's Alliance people. Just back up.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, great. Now that that's cleaned up, I guess I'll wait for everyone else to get back. I wouldn't
Okay.
imagine none of Vizarin's notes address Vecna directly. They're just dancing around it, right?
Yeah, he wasn't able to figure out who it was.
Oh,
But now that
okay.
you're scanning through his notes, a lot of it's making a lot of sense because you have that missing link now. You know who it is. You're like,
Yes.
yeah, this makes a lot of freaking sense.
Yeah,
if
I
he
suppose-
was,
Yeah. That was such a good twist, dude. I never Vecna was not one of my 80,000 guesses.
okay.
I guess Gromp, I'm kind of spent on spell slots here. Do you think you can get us to Graven Hollow? Oh, is he allowed there?
I see no reason why not. But let's wait for our friends first. You go rest up.
Yes, that's probably better. I'll go to sleep.
Okay. We will. Let's see. Yeah, I'll jump back to Aelin. You're back in Sigil. Let me put you in Sigil.
Ooh, I like that. Good image.
Right? Okay. Yeah. Take the lead. What are you doing?
I'm going to. My job is done. I'm gonna head back to my place of business and see if, one, if I got paid, and then if the employer has any follow-ups, because I feel like they probably do.
Yeah.
For Demogorgon dude, that check is gonna bounce, and I just know it.
Okay. Let's see. Your Azer receptionist, secretary, almost. Reads you and he says, well, actually, yeah, he would have received payment. Your client would have known that the job had been finished. And he says, "Yeah, we've got some stuff backed up now. You want the same client? Because we bought stuff from them."
Show me the gamut, but I'm probably going to take that same one. It's a little personal.
All right, I haven't looked at the pay yet, but it should be in that small parcel on my desk.
It's in a small parcel.
It's a parcel.
It's a parcel.
And I'll go break it open, see what all offers are out there right now.
Some what, like dryer lint?
Yes, they have shipped you all of their spare socks that their dryer has collected.
Honestly, those spare socks would be pretty badass. I'd take those spare socks.
The fact that they end up in sigil answers a lot of questions. So, anyway, so there's a large stack of like envelopes. There's the one visible parcel, a lot of envelopes, a lot of loose papers in this stack of like potential jobs that your guys collected here. But you open up the parcel. It's not signed by anyone. I'll say there's a bit of an advance payment in this parcel. In addition to that, though, there is a small little piece of parchment that simply reads, "Assist the Abyssal Breakers, save the multiverse. Stop Vecna."
That's what I thought.
What, they added an addendum to your job?
Well, the addendum is included with the addendum is 25,000 gold. In addition to that, there is a small, what are they called? An incense burning thing. It's a censer?
Yeah, it's censored.
Yeah, a censer. A small steel censer with some symbology and stuff that you don't really recognize on it.
Dude, who hired you, man?
I did.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll look at that, and then I'm taking that one just partially because it's the campaign. So duh. But
And
I'll see if there are...
you go off and do your own thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
Character over. Bye, guys.
Aiden puts 25,000 on black.
I'll do that. I'll take probably 5,000 of the advance pay and put the rest in the account because I got a business to run.
Yeah.
And then I'll look through the rest of the jobs just to see if there's anything that I could do at the same time, anything that runs parallel. I try not to take more than one job at once, just I don't like to be distracted, but yeah, you never know. It's like, do this thing, and if there's a job to also capture a minion, why not? I'm already there.
Ooh.
Capture a minion.
Just see if there's anything that runs parallel.
Yeah, I had an idea. I had a couple ideas just now. Let me figure out how to phrase this. Yeah, a lot of them are like chump change, like, oh, go investigate my shady boyfriend. I think he's cheating on me.
I set those aside for minions.
I want to see that, like a hidden camera thing. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I used this crying sensor to find your boyfriend cheating on you.
I think that there would be three that jump out at you. One of them is tracking down and detaining, not killing, but detaining a very powerful Baylor, known as Rakdos, the Lord of Riots, which there's not a lot of information on his current whereabouts. And then there is another one. Oh, let's see.
It says kill Trishek.
Yes.
From leader of the Abyssal Breakers, Driddle Gashhaver. 50 trillion gold.
Easily, yeah. I think there would be another one about. Well, let's see. Shoot. I don't know. Maybe there's two. Yeah, there's only two. One of them is for this guy, Rakdos. And the other one is for tracking down and killing the former champion of the Raven Queen.
Can I cash that one in?
I'll read through it. Who is that one from? I guess who are each of them from? Because tracking down a Balor is doable, but difficult.
Yeah. Let me see 1 second. The former champion of the Raven Queen one is from a Shadarkai general by the name of oh sure, we'll go Greek. Theseus. No relation. Meanwhile, the Balor is there's an angel specifically who, a rather low-powered angel, but he's been tasked with keeping him contained and recently failed at his job. So
yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, I'll pocket those two. Well, pocket. I will feed them to Percival. Be like, keep track of those for me, and then I will read up on this third one.
Okay. The third one being the parcel.
Oh, was it the parcel, and then those were the two other jobs?
Correct. Yeah. I the fact there was a third because I couldn't come up with anything. So
okay, I'll take it.
Okay. Give me just 1 second. I'm gonna go grab some tissues. My nose is running.
Oh no, they.
I wonder how much scam mail Aelin gets in there.
That's why I have a Azure receptionist.
Yeah.
But a whole lot of, like he said, a lot of the jobs are, my boyfriend's cheating on me, and it's like, that's not what we do here.
But here's the thing, if Driddle survives fighting Vecna, that's what he wants to do. I want to devote my level 20 Master of the Universe to just, doing that. Just prank shows like that. Where I do find people cheating, and then I disintegrate them or something. Or just, harmless pranks that, blow up cities, or... I don't know.
So you're gonna be a chaos beastie, huh?
But it's not chaos though, because the gist of it, I'll be in the abyss doing those while all the demon lords are dead and regenerating. It's like, here's the new prank show. Watch as I don't know, blow up Azagrat for fun.
Yeah, sure. Okay. Let's see here. There's no other information in that parcel. The main fact that it was the parcel just because of the small sensor and the 25,000 gold. So, yeah. But yeah, no information about the sender. Hard to say who it's from. So, are you heading back to Finland?
Yeah, I think I would probably have to, wouldn't I? Because I don't think I can open a gate to wherever I want. I have a key for here, but I don't have a key for there.
Okay, so. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay. Yeah, then you open a doorway and head back to Phandalin to try and meet up with Dalibrak, Trishek, and the Simulacrum. Dalibrak, what do you think you guys have been up to?
Dalibrak has probably been studying the sphere, just trying to see if he can find anything. Can I do another investigation check?
It hasn't been a day yet.
Okay,
I think the sphere might be in the tower as
Apologies.
well. I don't give it to the Simulacrum.
Yeah. Okay. Regardless, Aelin meets back up with you. Let's see here.
You were right. You were back so soon. In fact, accounting for Sigil's time dilation, that was approximately 2.5 seconds.
Well, it
actually, no. I'm gonna make a change to that. I think actually, not a change, but I'm overriding.
Just how the DM rules it.
Yeah, it's been about 2 hours.
Oh,
okay.
Time has no meaning to one with no soul.
Nope. Let's see. I think that yeah, as you guys are getting prepared to teleport back into the tower, Aelin, I need you to make one more perception check.
Oh no.
Okay, is this one based on sight?
No, actually, this one's based on smell.
Oh.
I have not showered. Pardon me.
18, and if that fails, I'm gonna add something to it.
That's a success. You do pick up on the simulacrum's kind of weird mildew.
Wait, it's actually me?
No. But you do pick up on that. But also, there's like a vague scent of like sulfur in the air.
Hmm.
And your mind immediately goes to like devils in the hells.
Huh. I'll look. Well, actually, hold on. I might have a thing for this. Nope, I took the other version of it. Never mind. So I guess I'll look around to see. Why would there be a devil in Phandalin? That seems.
Yeah. Now make a perception check based on sight.
What time of day is it?
It's late afternoon.
30.
30?
God damn.
Now, is that a disadvantage because you were drow?
I gave in the magical Jarlaxle eye patch.
Yeah, I have the Knave's eye patch.
That's right. Yeah, glancing around, you would see Sir Scoria before he sees you.
Aelin will look over, see Scoria, and then just a slow smirk and be like, so that's where the letter went.
Scoria, would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. I think you guys would see kind of like a almost middle-aged man with short, straight, kind of black hair, and kind of just not very interesting looking human male, in a very simple black, almost suit looking thing, with a kind of bright red cape like over his shoulders, head to toe in black though. And in his hand he has some lilies, some white lilies.
Okay.
And he's just strolling about town, seeming to look for someone.
And you do spot someone that you were not expecting to see. You see Aelin with a... sorry, this is a simulacrum of Jarlaxle, right?
Yeah, you see Jarlaxle
Right.
Bainray standing
So
there.
yeah, you see Jarlaxle Bainray, Aelin, and some halfling guy kind of decked out in treasure hunting gear.
And you see a really kind of almost evil looking smile looking at you, Aelin. And he kind of mutters, "Well, damn.
Is that man going to rob us?
What an interesting town this is turning into." And he will stroll up very happily towards Aelin, and you see him just kind of wrap an arm around her, put her in like a very like ostentatious romantic bow, and kiss her on the lips.
Oh, wow. There you go. Aelin,
Yep.
do you resist?
I'll take it.
Okay, nice.
If I had a stomach, I would puke.
And then
You're Ayla, Zach.
and then he separates, smiles, and then lets you drop on the floor.
I'll hit the floor and be like, someone needs to be taught what manners are.
"Hello, darling. How are you?"
I've been better. It's been a while, hasn't it?
I'll pick her. I'll pull her back up,
Yeah.
with an empty hand. And goes, "Is there a reason you're in the middle of nowhere? There's no money to be made here." "Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't. Who are your friends?" And he's gonna in turn look at all of them.
Well, this is Dalibrak. He's a business
Treasure hunter.
associate of mine. Treasure hunter, there you go. And this is a simulacrum of a friend of mine.
The last time a party member kissed another, he died like 2 weeks later. Fun Abyssal Breakers fact.
This is true. Jarlaxle... Oh, no, I'm sorry, not Jarlaxle. Scoria, go ahead and make me a history check.
Yeah. Scoria's dumb as shit. It's not gonna help at all.
What is your general
I need
opinion on
a BRB
Azertanoid?
real quick.
It's a 0. He's a dumbass.
0!
You don't recognize this Jarlaxle at all.
I'd look and say, Aelin, you might have to remind me who this is. I only seem to remember important names. Wait, you said simulacrum? And he's gonna walk around kind of looking at this Jarlaxle, you called it?
I never mentioned a name at all.
Oh, sorry. This, other drow.
Yeah. Who's dressed very flamboyantly.
Please do not kiss me. I am proprietary property of the Abyssal Breakers.
He smiles at that and goes, "It's alright. You're not, particularly my type." And he grins at Aelin.
Thank the gods.
Trishak, who is also there, I just remembered.
Yeah, he's still crying, just watching people make out on
Yeah,
his, crush's grave.
He just kind of butts in and says, "I'm sorry. Do we know you? Can I help you?"
This guy,
he
this is the beginning of his villain arc.
Yeah, he looks at him for a moment. He goes, you can't."
Wait, you
But-
could kill Trishak.
It's like, no, I don't think of any conceivable way you can be of help. But, Aelin, lovely to catch up with you, but I actually have business with someone here. Though, do drop me a line. It would be lovely to get in contact with you again.
Yeah, of course. You wouldn't happen to be here to see Valencia, would you?
He kind of turns his head and then digs in his pocket and flips Valencia's silver coin and catches it. Something tells me I'm not gonna like what you're gonna say. She didn't commit a crime, did she? Aelin...
Trishak. No, she's dead, a-hole.
Oh my gosh.
And he looks, no. Where is she right now?
She's buried about 60 feet out in that field.
Oh my gosh.
He looks at Trishak and turns his head and immediately walks over.
Okay.
This is...
There's a very fresh grave with a headstone that reads Valencia Miros.
He walks over and you guys see kind of the little jaunty, maybe now annoyed and irritated with Trishak, and the flowers kind of drop in his hand where he's just kind of barely holding on to them, and you see him rub his hand through his hair, and shit. Damn heroes. And he like slowly bends down and puts the flowers on her, most of them on her grave, and then he'll drop one on each of the family members. God damn.
They're just, I think that the rest of the group is just kind of watching you do that. There's another grave that's relatively fresh next to her as well. Just simply named Ront.
If they follow, I guess you'll look over. Sorry, did they follow? I don't want to act like one.
I mean, you're not too far away. Like I said, you're only about 60 feet, so.
How did it happen?
Demogorgon.
Of course it did.
Yeah. But, yeah. So she sacrificed herself so that the rest of us could not die. But sorry, I think that might have been in vain.
That sounds just like her, and that's very fucking annoying.
It's annoying. Yeah, okay, that's a way to put it.
Yeah. I mean, what did you call me, an asshole? It's like, yes, while all the rest of us assholes are alive, someone like her's dead. I guess that does make things annoying, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, it does.
Well, you said Demogorgon. Well, demon's dead. Oh, and he kind of claps for you all. But, you said in vain? What are you talking about?
Kind of glances at Aelin. Can I trust this clown?
Dude, alpha male Trishak. I love him. He's now my favorite Abyssal Breaker.
You were plotting his death like 6 seconds ago.
But now I'm like, now he's my best friend. Now, I don't know if it's because he's an alpha male, but if Trishek sends me a text that says, don't come to the tower today, I just... I don't know whether he's really cool or just we need to get him some help.
Therapy?
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, Trishek asks you, Aelin, can we trust this guy?
Trust him? Maybe not, but I feel in this case probably. And if not, I know ways to keep him in line.
Cool. Turns back to you, Scoria, and says, past 9 months we've been trying to fight these demon lords. Well, these people have. And they've been having something mess with their heads, and you have probably also noticed that something or someone is interfering. Vecna's out and about, and he's looking for his eye.
He openly starts to laugh. Oh shit, you're not kidding, are you?
Please, at some point, let us in on this joke.
Isn't it all funny?
I wish I was here for the scene.
It's like, isn't it? You traveled 9 months going through all kinds of fresh... Well, hell is actually kind of pleasant. A fresh abyss. And you have to deal with Vecna at the end of it. How can it not be?
I get it.
If we don't, then you're going to have to deal with him too. So.
Oh, I do?
I guess
Really?
yeah.
Oh, enlighten me. Would I know what a Shadar Kai is? I think.
Give me another history check.
Dumbish. Again, only retains important information. Nope, not important enough.
You're like kind of a drow, not really.
Like,
You rolled a 0 and a 1.
right?
Yeah.
Please enlighten me. What was your name? Try shit? Try what?
Oh my gosh. I'm moving vicariously through this character.
How is Vecna my problem?
Try shit? Dude, oh my gosh. No,
Just like I said, if we can't deal with him, I think he's pretty quickly going to become everyone's problem.
I would move to a worth if I was Trishek right now. No one would see me.
You may have a point.
Oh! Why?
It's a surprise to me too that someone that seems so slow would probably make a good point. But and let me guess, she was in on this. She would be in on this plan.
Well, yeah, because she cares about other people. But if you want to stay here and just keep on keeping on, keep sneering at graves, then be my guest.
Oh, you
Gestures at the and says, "Let's go."
Oh, I sneer out at a lot of people's graves, but you just happen to stumble across the ones that I actually respect the most. Aelin, how capable is this group? Without,
Well,
unfortunately, my friend here?
we've done pretty well. There's a reason I'm back. There's a reason I'm here. I don't work with amateurs.
Well then, I think I'm just gonna have to invite myself into this if you don't mind, Aelin.
Oh, I'll look at Trishek, and hopefully he's far enough away at this point.
No, he hasn't left too far. No, you heard all that.
I'll look at him and be like, well, that's one bridge burned. Oh well. That's in my head, but then I will, I'll turn over. It's like, oh, I never mind, darling.
He gives you a roguish wink and but you see him kind of temper himself and say, maybe lower. She didn't suffer, did she?
No, not explicitly. And I didn't know her very long, but I don't think she'd come back even if she could.
No, she wouldn't. And quite frankly, I'd stop anyone that did. That tried to, anyway. She's where she needs to be. In a place far better than anyone of us can hope for.
I think you have an overinflated opinion to the heavens. It seems so boring.
Not of the heavens, just of her. And as much as I really adored her, she was kind of boring.
Heroes die first, and they die fast. That's what they're there for.
Yeah, but I was really holding out hope that this one would actually make it.
The simulacrum's just jaw to the floor, staring at both of you. This conversation.
It's like
he has no soul, but right now he feels true fear.
I really, really hoped she would actually be the one to make it into retirement.
She seemed like a good one, but they never do they?
No, but we could have held out hope, I guess. It doesn't hurt.
People are monsters.
And he kind of puts a hand on her gravestone. It was what's the deal with the angry, grumpy one?
I'm gonna use a psychic whisper so we can talk in her head, because I don't really want to shit talk angry Trishek in front of Trishek.
No, I think that as you guys are having that quiet conversation, Trishek grabbing the simulacrum like the sleeve and pulling him along, just kind of calling back and says, "Alan, you coming?"
Oh.
Yeah, I'm coming, and I'll sort of be whispering. It's like, he was, he hung on her every word, but he never went and did anything about it. I think he's feeling just a little bit of regret, perhaps.
Well, who doesn't? In his head.
Dude.
And, he looks down at her grave and goes, I meant what I said. I'm not, as much as I feel bad for the boy, I'm going. So I hope, you have enough, I would use the word control to make sure that he doesn't stand in my way. And he kind of dusts off a little bit of, grass that may have, fallen on to his cloak as they waited here, and he's gonna walk after the simulacrum.
Oh my gosh, that guy's coming with us.
Aylin's gonna run ahead to their hair oh.
Okay.
Dalibreck just follows if Dalibreck's there, as I thought he was.
Yeah, Dalibreck's here.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna send a message ahead to Triddle.
Okay.
To expect another one of, I don't know, annoying people. I will set up a bedroll outside on the dirt.
Yeah. Perfect. Okay. The simulacrum begins casting the spell.
Yeah.
Trishek sees you, Scoria, and just kind of rolls his eyes and takes a deep breath in through the nose and says, "You from the hells?"
Ooh. It's like, ooh, what gave me away?
Stink.
Oh, are you not used to bathing? I get it. Someone clean probably
I believe Trishek
feels
is
a little
correct.
different.
Some of our wards on our tower have certain effects on beings from the hells. Do you think you will trigger them? It would be quite unfortunate for you to teleport inside and then die.
It depends on what they say.
So you are from the hells, then?
Why would I deny it?
Like, you're not agreeing to it, so...
And he kind of shrugs his shoulders.
Cool. Good to know. And the teleport spell begins, and you guys find yourself back in the laboratory in the teleport circle. So.
Oh my gosh, I gotta deal with Scoria too. Scoria, do you... never mind, I'm gonna avoid talking to you for a while. I don't need to deal with that just yet.
Okay. Your friends are back. I guess you're probably napping or reading or something along those lines.
You see Driddle sunbathing indoors. In his new drow body.
Sure, yeah. You see Drowaxel prop back with those little mini sunglasses on with a mirror, trying to get
no sunglasses, but there's cucumbers in my eyes, and then sunglasses over them.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. Yeah, completely naked except for a towel. Yep.
Yeah. What's up? What's up, new Abyssal Breakers? Do we need a new team name because the team's dead? No, we'll think into that later. Sorry, I need more tact. I'll put on my clothes.
Okay, wonderful. And I think
So is that a long rest for me with the elf
Make it
4
short.
hours?
Make it a short rest.
Short rest.
Yeah. And if you guys want to, everyone can meet up in the war room to discuss what is next.
Yeah, this is the conversation we need to have. All right.
Okay. Everyone meets up. Scoria, you find yourself in this rather humble, if you even call it a war room, it's literally just a table with chairs around it. That's all it is.
It's basically the table from Dragon Age Inquisition.
Yeah, it's like a standard like D&D room
war
that people
table
have in their houses. It's just a table, some chairs, random lawn chairs of like different make.
Yeah, they got like RGB LEDs around the primary room.
Yeah, some of the plastic chairs are broken. There's duct tape on them.
He will take a chair, sit, and then put his feet up on the table and lean back.
That's where my feet are supposed to go. I'll find a new foot spot and lean at the head of the table. Actually, no, I have to be the leader now. I'll lean on over the table. I won't sit this time.
I'll sit down across the table and give Scoria's feet a smack with my mage hand.
And he'll
telepathically, Aelin, you hear a thank you.
You did put your feet down?
I'll put my feet down.
Alright, wonderful. Dritz Dillard walks behind you and sits a couple chairs down and says, if you don't mind, I'll just clean this off.
Oh, I would know him, huh?
Yeah, you definitely would. Yeah.
I look at Aelin for a moment, and then I look at Dritz. Goes, God damn, Valencia was in good company. Well, and he kind of gives Trishek a little smirk.
Trishek is just shooting daggers at you. Okay.
Oh, dude, this is gonna be so bad. We went for a team who like kind of hate each other, and now everyone hates each other. This is the worst episode of Love Island meets Survivor I've ever seen.
I don't hate you guys. You roll
Malabrak doesn't hate anybody.
Not yet.
Scoria's having a lot of fun.
Just happy to be here.
Oh, I'll just say out loud in my simulacrum. Did you finish installing those wards that go off due to physical intimacy? Yes, I did. They kill everyone within 300 feet. Anyways, let's get this war room meeting started, guys.
Yeah. Dritz says, yes, please, no more of that. So, God of
So
Secrets.
uncomfortable.
What do we do with that?
God of Secrets. Well, we have a lead on where his eye might be. He doesn't know. Well, he doesn't know we have this, but I have deduced that this puzzle box leads to a map of his eye, and also, due to our defeating the demons, my powers are as powerful as they've ever felt. I have access to magic now that is unforeseen in what it can do.
Just from killing the demons?
Yes, with each one I could feel it growing more powerful, and now I feel like I could even, like the reality itself could bend to my wishes. Wink!
I understand.
Trying to say that in-game.
Yeah. You have access to Wish, yeah.
Oh, shoot.
Dritz just kind of shakes his head and says, right, so what's our lead?
Our lead, we have to get this puzzle box open as soon as possible. Now, we could pass it around, but it can only be, like, progressed once per day, also?
You're not sure. Well, actually, no, you know that that's not the case, because, at one point someone crit, and they got two phases.
Oh, that's right. Yes, a few of us have already tried our hand at this. Dritz, if you could speed this up too. There's a timer for specific individuals, but you haven't tried this yet. Let me show you how it works, and I'll give him help as well.
Yeah. He actually doesn't need it. You hand it to him, like, he catches it, and without even, like, moving it too much, it clicks into the next position.
That's how focused he is right now?
No, it was good. Pure luck.
Oh.
He just, like, glances up at you, like, was it supposed to do that?
Oh. My gosh. Stage 10?
Yeah.
Yes, it's supposed to do that. I hope there's not too many stages left. Let's keep going around. Hey, Trishek, catch! I mean, I don't know if I want him to hold anything. I will carefully show Trishek how it works.
He's rolling really good. He doesn't succeed, though. He gives it a few shots and says, I got nothing, sorry.
Can the simulacrums try?
Sure.
Alright, there's 2 of them, but do you think they count as one individual?
Yes.
Alright.
Will I be able to get another try, or do I only get the 1 per day?
1 per day.
So y'all can with the help
that's
crit.
fine.
Well, dang. Okay. At this point, you've got like one side of the sphere is telescoped out, the other side is twisted. One of the simulacrums has it and is looking at it with the other simulacrum. They take 2 of these telescoping portions, twist them 90 degrees down, and then like click it into the other side. And then that reveals a small little switch and button that you push, which then kind of like takes this strange, weird loop piece and like smooths it out into almost like a ring, a large, about 5-inch wide ring.
Oh my gosh! I immediately tackle the both of them and grab it.
You're stage 12.
Yeah, stage 12. Hey, cool. Anyone else in the room that hasn't tried it yet? I think that's everyone. I'm not handing that to Scoria. Yeah, everyone's tried it, guys.
No, Scoria is not interested yet. He'll just look a little... He's just kind of viewing you guys as you're working the puzzle box, and then the ring pops out. And... I'm sorry, I've been trying to process this a little bit. So, Vecna has been following all of you.
Yes,
He needs his eye. So I'm guessing he has his hand already.
Oh, yeah.
He tracked the hand down somehow.
He got it before we did. Or before we even knew we needed it. And also, I'm like his chosen cool guy. It's pretty awesome.
You're what now? That's news.
Oh, is this not one of the this not one of the simulacrums?
No, this one's not.
Yes, I am.
Gromp now rolls his eyes and says, "No, it's just some."
Yeah, that's
body
me.
slam."
I have a seed of sorts. Vecna was foolish enough to entrust me with this power.
Right, are you convinced you'll still have that power if we go after him?
Even if I don't, I'm sure there's always other entities around that can make use of someone like me. And plus, I have former Archmage of Sorcerer right here to teach me the wizarding ways, should my sorcery fail.
Yeah, I can
good.
definitely think of a few that'd be interested in you. And he'll smile at you.
You smell. Anyways,
He laughs.
do we know of the eye? Would Driddle or Gromp know of anything that could, since it's an artifact, do we know how to destroy the Hand of Vecna? Or the eye?
Give me an Arcana check. I don't even know, dude. Let me look it up.
It's pretty cool. Out of character.
Sure.
But I have a feeling we might not know if I don't get this. Let's see, I still have force. No, we didn't long rest, did we?
You have not yet.
Okay,
Not since
so I
the
still
fight.
got foresight from the demo fight. Oh, I actually might 27.
Yeah, actually you do. In the bit of time that you've been reading about this and doing a little bit of magical research, yeah. And a really, really dumb plan starts to form in your head.
I could wish for
step
that.
one. What?
I said I could wish for that.
I mean, you could, yeah. A wish might work. But your dumb plan is step one, find the Sword of Cass. Step two, help Vecna get the eye. Step three, kill Vecna with Sword of Cass.
That's right, because they both need to be destroyed at the same time.
Yeah.
For his evil plan to unfold, he needs both the artifacts, I assume, because he hasn't killed everyone yet. If we just keep the eye away from him forever and just kill him regularly, he'll reform, yes, but he will have neither the eye nor the hand. We should still probably destroy him for good.
Doing that
Probably wouldn't be a terrible idea.
Yeah, it seems like someone would have to get really invested on dealing with Vecna for eternity. You couldn't pay me enough.
Well, that'd be pretty funny, tormenting the Lich God. Yeah, let's find. Let's get a look on that sort of cast. If I wish for it, something, I'm gonna turn into like a frog or something.
Yeah, probably.
Unless I word it like a lawyer. Does anyone know a lawyer?
I know a few good ones.
No.
What are you looking
I'm not.
for?
I'm not asking you. I'm not asking you specifically.
I
Dude.
know the best in the hells.
Yeah. Well, might as well go big. In fact, that's about to take away my sorcery, so I can't cast wish anymore.
What are you exactly asking for?
Now, I need to think on how I should word a wish that can reshape reality to get us that sword. If I word it openly, terrible things might occur. For instance, if I just wished for the sword, I could be teleported to where it is, and I don't particularly want to be where that is.
So are we trying to find out where the sword is?
Yeah, we could find out where
would
it is.
Would I be able to do a history check to see if from my studies and hunting things and whatnot, if I might know a little bit of an idea?
You can certainly try.
Yeah, we either need to know where it is, or I can wish for it right now. And one, the wish just might go crazy. Two,
history check.
If you wish for this is going to be a wish that I am going to do my best to. Yeah.
22 on history.
22, you're not sure. And you've heard a lot of stories about it, but you're not sure where it is.
It's what I figured, but I just thought I'd try, so at least I did something.
And even if the wish works, there's a 33% chance that I can never use wish again if we need it against Vecna some other way.
Yeah, unless you're using it to do a spell effect.
Yeah, but
wish for something special.
There's no spell that says spell of bring me sort of cast. So
well, can you target an item with Arcane Gate?
I don't think so. Let's see.
I would assume it's not warded in any way, which I'm sure it is.
You speak the name of a specific creature. Nope. Yeah, I guess. Wait. We need to sleep. Go to Graven Hollow. Maybe we can find out where it is. If it's in a place... no, I think I should just wish for it. Because then we could get going on the eye. What if I wish for every artifact? The world explodes. The Lady of Pain herself comes down and puts me in a chokehold.
Delibreak says,
that wish. See what happens.
Can you make a wish to open the puzzle sphere?
I could, but I think we can open that normally.
Yeah, we can just do that with our hands.
I go into a vegetative state for a few days after I cast the wish, I think. Let me see. I will post the entirety of wish. I will display it in Roll20 so everyone can see what is at risk here.
Wish to be juicy.
I think we could track down the Sword of Cass more traditionally.
What if I wish for the Eye of Vecna?
No,
it's warded, because if that was going to work, Vecna would have done it.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, I feel... But I don't know what else I would use wish for in this scenario against Vecna. I can't wish him dead. Because he is dead. One, he is dead. Two, I wish says in the spell that if I wished when a villain's dead, I'm just going to be teleported in time to when he is dead.
Yeah, that's
wish
one
him
thing.
to not exist.
You could... He is the Lich God. He is quasi-deific, but... And I guess... Stop me if I'm getting into things that Aelin has no business knowing, but he is still a Lich.
Technically, yeah. Which then Trashek chimes in and says, is killing the hand or is destroying the hand and the eye going to kill him?
That'll destroy the eye and the hand. We need to... Well, as someone who knows a bit about liches, yeah, we would need to find his phylactery, but I think if we destroy the eye and the hand, that buys us time then he just becomes Vecna again. He was in the shadows doing whatever. This time he will never have his eye in hand. I think we can resign him to just another evil god.
I mean, that's not going to stop him from trying, though, right?
Nope. I guess... Well, I guess we go where we always go. To the Raven Hollow Mobile.
Dreidel, it's my really bad idea time.
Oh.
What if we found his phylactery and used it as a bargaining chip and bait him into a trap?
Oh, yes. We could... And if he doesn't know we have the Sword of Cast, that would be even better.
We'd have to find some way to keep it secret, though, which would be...
That we know where his phylactery is?
Well, that we know where his phylactery is, that we have it, that we know where the Sword of Cass is, and that we have it. Because if he finds out any of those pieces of information at any point along this journey, it gets much more difficult.
That is true. I have the non-detection spell. If I just keep casting that, you can't really find out. Does Vecna's magic extend to sigil?
Vecna himself could not. Anyone he tasks could.
Would you have any contacts that would be good at hiding things for us at sigil that we don't want him to find out about?
Do I? Yes. Do I have any I trust, is the question.
Because I would start in my demiplane, but Vecna was literally just there, so he can clearly go there whenever he pleases. I wonder if it is a liability that part of Vecna's love and affection is inside a little old me. And I don't know to what extent he does have it in there. Maybe I should get like an anti-Vecna surgery.
Maybe. I could get it to people in Sigil, but one of the great things about Sigil is the people there don't... Things have different values there. Specific gods, even the nature of good and evil aren't cared for all that much. I could give it to one of the guilds, but the chance that they actually care, not guaranteed.
Man, this is crazy. Arc 2 of this campaign is insane. I have no idea what to do.
Well, this is like Arc 4.
Yeah, well, Arc 2 that I've been here for. I don't know what the prison escape seemed pretty fun though.
Valid.
I mean, we're like out of character. What do you guys think we should go for first? I say we get the Sword of Cass, because then we could destroy the artifacts. That would at least buy us time to kill Vecna afterwards.
I think out of character, the Sword of Cass is good, but the Eye of Vecna is the one with the timer on it.
Yeah.
I think...
but maybe we just ask random peasants to try and open the puzzle box then, because we need just as many tries as we can.
Are you going to create a commoner railgun with the...
Yeah. No, I run outside.
They all have a 1 in 20 chance of just succeeding.
All of you Lords Alliance people, come back! No, they're too far gone. They're walking away. Can I have the Shield Guardian try?
Sure. Yeah.
Yes.
The Eye of Vecna is the one with the lose condition attached to it. If he gets it first, then we're just done.
A 2 and an 8.
The Sword of Cass is our win condition, but we could put that off as long as we want, so long as we're okay with not winning. If we don't get the Eye of Vecna, we lose. So I think it's probably hunt that down first, but right now we can't do anything about that anyway.
Well, we
might as well work on other bits of the plan.
It's warded to not find out where it is. I wonder what would happen if I wished that it was perhaps implanted in my skull.
That'd be a choice.
Now, granted, I know I would become mega evil, but that would buy us even more time, because then Vecna would have to deal with mega evil Driddle with all of his cool toys.
That is a choice. I think it's...
Mm-hmm.
Make me a wisdom save.
Oh, that's very interesting. Yeah, I have foresight, so it's still not that good. 22.
22.
We are currently out of paladins, so...
Yeah.
A little whisper on the edge of your thought that you realize is coming from the skeletal wand at your hip that says, "Yes, attune to the eye."
See, okay, someone here agrees with me. Thanks, you haven't been very talkative, but yes, I do think that's a good idea. Then, what's even better than killing Vecna is just like taking his stuff, like I do with everyone else who I kill.
Or just kill everyone.
Okay, maybe too far. Just I'll give it a little tap on the back of Thavos' noggin.
Fair enough, I'll take a step back.
Okay, thank you. Anyways, guys, yes,
No.
I assume everyone else just sees me tap it lightly.
Yeah, I'm talking to it, yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Whispering
guys.
to your evil ring.
Sorry, that's my whatever you called it, Percival. He's my that.
Percival just kind of like floats and says, "I feel that I should take great offense to that."
No, this guy's really cool. He killed Demogorgon, so you're like him too.
Interesting.
I love that guy's voice.
Percival, do you know anything about the Sword of Cass? And I will have him cast Legend Lore.
Oh.
Ooh.
It's a cool sword. Have you guys seen Deadpool Wolverine?
Not yet, but I've seen every clip from it.
Oh, okay. Then I still won't say it in case you.
You talking about Headpool?
Yeah, that's what I imagine this guy as.
Let's. Percival says, yes, the Sword of Cass. It is dangerous, it is ancient, and it is mysterious. It is a sentient blade, one that caused corruption of the great vampire general of Vecna's army. It was forged by Vecna himself. Rather ironic, is it not? But, yes, the Sword of Cass. Forged by Vecna, given to Cass. Spoke in his mind thoughts of treachery and deceit. And Cass eventually fell victim to the corruption. And he kind of glances at the wand of Orcus and says, fell victim to the corruption. And killed his master, well, supposedly killed his master. A great battle ensued, leaving only the sword, the eye, and the hand of those named. This happened many millennia ago, perhaps in the world of Earth, perhaps in the Shadowfell, nobody is sure. But that is, as they say, the legend.
Okay, so I think you're right, Aelin. The Sword of Cass is just something cool we can tack onto our plan to give it more chance of succeeding. I think... Well, the world hasn't ended with the Iron Hand of Vecna yet, just existing in there without Vecna's interference. I think if we just take the artifacts away from him and kill him forever, we should be fine.
Trishak looks at you and says, you're saying we don't destroy the Iron Hand?
Well, we try, but
if
push comes to shove, we have to kill the Lich God first, and then those just become more evil artifacts that we can deal with.
Okay. Valid. So step 1 is get the eye, step 2 is get the sword. And
I say step 2 is find its phylactery. Step 3 is if we do that and have more time, we can go get the sword.
Now let me play devil's advocate and kind of shoots a glance at Scoria.
The devil. Yeah.
And says, once we have that eye, it's not going to be a race to something. It's going to be, we're
from him. Yeah.
Pure defense at that point.
I say our first stop should be at Graven Hollow. Assuming that sulphurous dashing man is allowed there.
Well, I mean, Grotz himself was allowed to wander the pews.
True, and Grotz is way better looking. You're right. That's
What disqualifies one from Graven Hollow is enigmatic at best.
That's true. I feel like I should have been banned.
Grotz says, I think the only way that you can get banned is if you incite some kind of physical violence within the walls.
Oh.
So just don't start a fight.
Okay, great. I say we head there after we sleep. We're currently out of rooms for your friend here. We can make a bunk bed for you. Under no circumstance, per the wards that I talked about earlier, can you share the same one, but you can gladly have Scoria sleep on the floor.
Wait, wait, say that again. I was a little confused.
You can sleep on the floor.
And he just kind of grins and not shrugs his shoulders. That's fine.
And again, the main part of that sentence was the wards that go off due to physical intimacy will go off if you share the same bed with Aelin. Just to let you know, there's disintegrate wards everywhere.
Understood.
I guess, Drew, if you want a psychic link with anyone, you have to open it, right?
Yeah, unless they have... Well, it's generally open with the whole team. I guess I just take calls from whoever.
Yeah, well, Dritz just kind of says, if you need me to be that ward, I will gladly do so.
Great. Yes, you can be the chaperone.
Chaperone. I'll be the blade.
Oh yes, please do that. If you manage to get a good cut in, I feel like they'd never be able to do anything again.
Around to castrate anyone who dares.
Yes, that's the dritz I know.
Anyway, you guys can go ahead and bed down for a long rest.
I do want to take some time to walk around the tower.
Oh, sorry. The door's magically shut. You're allowed to sleep on the floor. Just don't go through my things. How many rooms are there?
There's a lot. There's 5 floors. Bottom floor is just kind of a main entryway. Second floor is where your war room is, along with like a common area for eating and a magical kitchen. Third floor is a lot of the private rooms. Fourth floor is... Shoot. What's the fourth floor?
Yeah, I think as the war council breaks up, I would privately whisper to Aelin, "Where's Valencia's room?"
Oh my gosh! Please tell me that's not on this floor.
No, it's on the next floor up.
Oh great! Do Aelin or Valencia know how to work the magical elevator?
That's a good question. I mean, there are stairs.
Oh yeah, take the stairs, kids, and don't hold hands.
All
You're
right.
on lockdown.
We won't hold
Holding
hands.
That's so vanilla.
Okay, the simulacrum pushes them down the stairs as soon as they get up.
Good. Yes. Kill the horny ones. Okay. I mean, Aelin, are you taking him to Valencia's room?
Yeah, I'll take him because it's good manners.
Yeah. Sure.
Sure. I don't think the DM likes my character either.
Oh, no, I love it. Trishek doesn't.
Yeah, the DM has found his first Trishek.
I think after we've separated from everyone, just his fun antagonizing everyone, he does get a little more serious with you, Aelin. And I guess just chit-chat and catching up on a few things. When they arrive into the room, if her pack is there, he'll kind of just gently dig through and pull out the journal that she would write stuff in.
Dude! Go through her diary the day after she dies?
First thing he does, yeah.
First thing. He kind of looks through just at her writing and kind of pulls out like an old dusty map and laughs. And just kind of looks at it a little sadly and kind of tucks it in. And he'll hand it over to Aelin and say, the sad boy might want this.
I'll take it. I wasn't aware that you were friends. I did not expect that.
She was one of the few people that brought me out after my daughter died. I don't know if it was what she had in mind, me kind of fully embracing what I now was after my deal, but she saved me. And it isn't romantic by any means. She's very much not my type. Just probably one of the few people that I would actually call a friend.
He was good at that.
She was. I feel bad for him. He should have made a move. It would have been good for both of them.
I think it may have been, but... how much does Aelin know about Shadar-kai?
Either history or arcana check.
Yeah. Oh, an 18.
18? A decent amount, yeah. You, kind of the urban legend backstory of the soulless elves who roam the Shadowfell.
You're right, it would have been good for both of them, and it definitely is a mistake he made, but it's not entirely his fault. The Shadar-kai have a really hard time with anything real.
So that anger is probably the first time he's felt a genuine emotion, I would imagine.
Probably the first time he's felt one and been able to acknowledge it, yes. Generally, they don't handle it very well.
I feel bad for him.
So do I. We'll have to keep an eye on him. This may break him.
And I do see, like, the swords and things, but I won't openly wear them just yet, but I will... Yeah,
You're
I'll
looting
just...
the corpse.
There is no corpse, it's just the swords and stuff.
You're just taking their stuff.
I will, yes.
Scorio!
Perfect.
Trishik and Dritz can try a bitch, that they're more than welcome to. I will openly wear the swords, though.
Yeah. Okay.
And, I think at that he'll just, probably take the journal back, and... Would this come better from me or you giving this to him?
Well, it definitely wouldn't come well from you.
And
If it'll come any better from me, I don't know, but I can try.
I'll leave that to you then. And he'll kind of look around the room and I don't think I should stay in this room. I think they'd have a fit. I'll find somewhere around since apparently we're not allowed to share.
Apparently. Not that you were invited.
We'll see.
So, Square, you go off to find a vacant room. Aelin, you go and drop that journal off with Trishik.
I'll go give it a try check.
Yeah, he's in his own little quarters. Give me a perception check.
Based on sight?
Yes.
Oh my
32.
gosh.
I didn't know why I had you roll.
It's only gonna get worse.
I know,
You
I
know,
know.
on second thought, if you're gonna make out with Scoria, I'm taking that eye patch. I'm giving it to Trishik so he looks cool.
Yeah, you can pull it off. No, you walk into the room and he's like de-stringing his bow and taking off armor and stuff, but that scry orb is sitting out on his desk.
Ooh. He's calling back to just end it all.
Yeah.
Hey, here's my address.
But you walk in and he turns to you and gives a nod.
I'll take note of that and I'll go up to him and say, I know it probably wasn't my place, but I didn't know her well, so it seemed like it would affect me less. I was going through some of Valentia's things, just cataloging it, putting it together, and I'll pull out the journal and be like, I think she'd want you to have this.
Oh no, she actually loved him back. This is gonna destroy him.
Okay.
I didn't go through it, I didn't read it, it's not for me, so...
I think Trishik is so ugly and smelly. I don't want him on this team.
He takes it and gives a nod. Give me 1 second, I need to make a roll.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, that journal's probably very embarrassing towards the end.
Yeah. But he says, thanks.
Oh, he's gonna be crying through the whole night.
Can you do me a favor?
Yeah, I can do you a favor.
Cool. Keep the devil out of her room.
Done. You never be in there.
And he goes back to taking his armor off. And as you're on your way out the door, he says, for your information, I'm very well acquainted with anger and grief. Thanks.
Ah, so that's what the orb was for. Good to know.
Okay.
This team is a mess now.
Oh no!
A little bit.
There is no team, they're just people.
I made the liberty of rolling that scry save for you, Scoria. You got a 3, so...
What's the... It's intelligence, right? Or...
No, it's a wisdom save.
I got a +1, I would have failed it, probably.
Yeah, I rolled you a natural 2, so...
You're fine.
Yeah. Okay, I think... last thing, Dritz would find you, Driddle, and ask... Do you have any way of... I know you have sending, but do you have any way of, like, transporting letters or written materials?
I could have the simulacrums deliver it for you. Yes, I could. I have some ways.
Alright. I'm just curious. I want to check in on Tara and make sure she's alright, and make sure that everything's going well.
Ooh, I wonder if we can well, can I send a message ahead to Taran and tell her to not resist a scry that's incoming?
Yeah, you can do that.
Yeah. Be like, we're just checking in. You might feel a little tingle, like you're being watched. That's us.
She acknowledges as such.
And then I'll cast scry and target Taran Talgallo.
Okay. I think that you would find Taran. It's late afternoon, I said. Yeah, she is sitting next to her father, who is in that hospital bed, and I can reread my gruesome description of the disease again if you'd like me to. But yeah, she's sitting next to this frail, older halfling man who looks like he is within an inch of his life. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see. Covered in sweat, skin a pale, sickly shade, almost green, and he's not awake. But the worst part is his face. At the corners of his mouth, the holes of his ears, just under his nose, and around his eyes is a pus-colored fungal/bacterial growth, which is seemingly dried around his eyelids, forcing them closed. From the inside corners, his skin is stained with what seems to be a constant but gradual flow of tears red as blood. And surrounding him and Taran are dozens of halflings with this same ailment, of varying degrees of severity. But I will also say that you notice that Taran is not in her casual clothes. She is geared up as if she is leaving. Like she's got backpacks fully stocked next to her, both swords strapped to her. She looks like she's ready to go somewhere.
Oh. Well, I guess. Oh, does she look like she's infected with this?
No.
Okay. She looks. Well,
make a medicine check. Make a medicine check.
Wisdom check?
Medicine.
Only 5. I don't know a lot about diseases.
You don't? No. Okay. That's about all you've seen. She's just kind of sitting there for the full 10 minutes, so.
Interesting. No. But she looks okay. Dritz, is there anything you wanted me to tell her specifically?
No, that's alright. I just hope to get it back to us soon.
Right. I'll close. I know Trishex is an orb. My sending just looks like a screen that I project from my staff.
Ooh, I like that. He says, I was talking to her before she left. I think that she theorized that this is Thavos is doing. I don't know what to make of that.
It is. I haven't told anyone, but he's still alive.
See.
He was reincarnated by who knows what. He's somewhere. I couldn't get a pinpoint, but somewhere snowy, and he's no longer a Shadar Kai.
What was it that reincarnated him?
I don't know. Identify didn't tell me, right?
No, not at the time.
I don't know. I don't know who would take interest in keeping him alive. Whoever it is can't be good. But as soon as we clear Vecna, I'm going back to finish what I started.
It may be wise. Well, that's all I had, so.
Yes.
Lead to be. Okay. As you guys finish up your long rest and you get geared up, getting ready to go to Graven Hollow, I assume everyone's going. No one's staying behind, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Yeah, you guys teleport near the front doors. That Basilisk is still around, just kind of singing to himself. But you guys are more than welcome to make your way into the halls of Graven Hollow.
The Basilisk isn't a dragon, is he? He's just a regular... Bless you.
No, he is not.
Just a regular reptile?
Yep, he's technically a monstrosity. Also, like Challenge Rating 3.
Oh.
So, you guys are in Graven Hollow. The library is yours. Dalibrak, I don't think you've been here before. Graven Hollow is an archive, essentially, that catalogs events of the past, current tellings of the present, and prophecies of the future. and it basically catalogs everything that has happened and will happen and is happening in the material plane. So
he is in awe and is like wondering if he should wander off and try to find things that he shouldn't know, or if he should stick with the group.
that's up to you.
It's generally fine if you. The halls here are quite endless, but you just have to know what you're looking for. Usually, I just have what I want in my head, and the library guides you to where it is.
So, out of character, we're looking for info on the Sword of Cast and the Eye of Vecna, or...
And whatever you want. We have some time to spend here. Just watch out for the ghosts.
Yes, there are apparitions and ghosts that appear. Well, ghost is a leading term.
It's more like misty visions of people that came here before, or after.
Yeah. They're echoes, yeah.
Dalibrak's gonna probably want to do some research on the Sword of Cast.
Okay.
I don't know if this is too metagamey, but last time we tried researching the entity, which is now Vecna, in the library, it came up blank.
Yeah.
And even the stone giants were saying like, no, there isn't anything on this guy.
Right.
But they might have something on Cass.
That's
Yeah,
true.
and we're hoping that
Go ahead.
we're hoping that now that
Vecna's
it's no longer a
revealed.
secret, Vecna revealed the secret, that the magic keeping it secret will have weakened something.
Weekend faded. Maybe. Maybe. No, I don't think that's too meta. I think that's a valid fear. Okay, so we got Dalibrak going for the Sword of Cass. Just to give me an idea of things to mentally prepare for, Driddle, what are you looking for?
Honestly, I think I might look. You, of course, take this question last. Are there any, like, dragons that are around, or
Okay.
would Themberchod be enough if he gave me all of his power that he doesn't use?
Okay. Gotcha. Aelin, what are you looking for?
Aelin is gonna go look up Rakdos, the Balor that I potentially have a job for, to see if it is in fact in line with what I'm already doing.
Gotcha.
And then, probably because I've heard the name, I know who this former champion of the Raven Queen is, but I don't actually know, and I'd like some objective information. Look up a whole bunch of stuff on that, and I'm gonna go deep dives on both of them.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, and then Scoria, what are you looking for?
Yeah, judging from the conversation they had in front of me, there's definitely a couple of interesting things I don't know about. The former champion, you guys didn't talk about things.
Yeah, you don't know about that.
No, not yet.
No, that one's mine.
That one, you know what, actually, I'm gonna start looking into various leaders in the world, just like the main points here down the Sword Coast, to see how they've been affected, with, like, the whole demons, and see what they're doing now. In case we need to start talking to some people about Vecna.
Gotcha. Cool. So, starting with Dalibrak, you start and just start wandering the halls. Give me a specific question about the Sword of Cast that you'd be asking.
I'm going to do a history check to see if he can find any information for where would be a good place to look to try to find it, if it's like seeing of like any historians or stuff like that have had ideas of where it could be found and whatnot.
Okay. History check is not needed here. The library works in strange ways. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll have you roll for me. I think it's a D10, maybe? Hold on. I'm gonna have you roll a die, but I don't know what die to have you roll. Let's
I can just roll one of each, and you just let me know which one to take.
Just a D20.
D20?
Mm-hmm.
13.
Okay. Yeah. Wandering through these halls, you're actually you're in the archives of the present, trying to find information that people have recorded within the last little bit, any kind of clues on the current whereabouts of the Sword of Cass. And you come around a corner and you see a tall, very handsome half-elf man with jet black hair and notably 6 fingers on each hand.
He said 6 fingers on each hand? What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Does it look like it sees me?
Yeah, he sees you, glances and gives a nod. But then you notice that as you look down, his legs kind of just fade into nothingness. So you're assuming this is one of the echoes that they were talking about.
Okay, since I was told that there was ghosts and whatnot there, as Dalibrak continues to go through the library or whatever it is, he's going to do it stealthily. So,
okay, give me a stealth check.
Roll a stealth check. Come on, tell me what I got. Why did it not show me? I am stealthy as fuck.
Crit, yeah, okay. Golly, dude. Okay. Let's see here. Yeah, you find various accounts, actually written by Shadarkai explorers and historians, of the Sword of Cass being in the Shadowfell somewhere.
Okay.
Every account that you read points to a dragon's hoard in the Shadowfell.
Do I have a name of the dragon?
I can give it to you.
Oh wait, this is good. We have the Shadowfell tuning fork.
I'm also thinking once I get the name of the dragon, I can start doing research on the dragon.
Well, yeah, bless you. And also, we can just get there right now.
You could.
But like I said, knowing a little bit more about the dragon might give us an idea of where to go.
Definitely,
for sure.
it definitely wouldn't hurt. But this is great.
Yeah, the name of the dragon is Grumbit, Eater of All.
Okay, this might not be great.
I am going to once, like I said, I'm guessing you'll go with other people, but Dalibrak is going to go start researching on Eater of All, Dragon Evil Person.
Well, if you say Eater of All Dragon, you're going to see Thembershad pop up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm probably still being stealthy, so I'm probably still to my own devices.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely. And you're safe in Graven Hollow, too. If a fight breaks out, I think you get, like, banished.
I know, but the main reason I stealth is you guys said stuff about ghosts, and he's paranoid, thinking that something's going to try to possess him, so he's just trying to hide from a ghost.
I got you, yeah. There was ghosts, we saw Grotz in here a few times.
Yeah, meta-knowledge. That was an echo of when Grotz was here the first time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Them 6-fingered freak.
Yep. Okay, let's see here. Let's move on to Driddle. You, sir, are looking about dragons. You're looking for near dragons? Just any dragon?
Any that would get me to the same level of sorcery as Vecna's power.
Okay. You do some poking around on Thembershad, and you read some really interesting things about him. First of all, where he's only an adult dragon, he's not ancient.
Yeah.
Probably not gonna cut it. How far into Thembershad's lore do you think you dive?
As long as I get to where he's not powerful enough, I'll close the page. I just don't want to be controlled or stripped of power by Vecna. I'm looking for a way out.
Right.
The first sorcerers were dragons, so I'm going there.
Yeah, you start glancing around at different names and stuff, and there's various dragons and such, but I think that one of the more powerful ones that you see is there is a blue ancient dragon, and you're in the archives of the past looking around. This dragon was described as ancient about 200 years ago. His name is Garosir, the Eternal Worm. And you just kind of read him and you're like, yeah, he probably cut it.
Sounds promising.
I know that blue dragons aren't... Well, I think you can make deals with them. They're still pretty evil, though.
Well, they are the most devilish, devilish, I shouldn't say that. The most strategic.
Yeah, like ingenious, like crafty ones.
Exactly, yeah. Let's see. There is a gold that you read about called Nymantir.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, gold's pretty good. Nymantir has reached an age where they are borderline vegetative. They reside somewhere far, far under the ground, under the ocean. So, that one might be tricky to get to. And then I think...
I mean, maybe Dalbrack, if you tell me about this dragon, I can just eat him.
It's tempting. Let's see.
Try to eat the Eater of All. That just sounds like a super huge challenge.
Well, I don't know if I absorb his essence, maybe. The Eater of All seems like a pretty powerful dragon.
Yeah. I think the last one that you read about is a... Ooh, let's throw a gem dragon in there. Yeah. We'll go with a sapphire dragon, known as Ragstad. Which, in reading about him in the past, there's really not a lot. And then it just kind of cuts off.
I guess I'll thank the librarian. So it was Nymantir, Ramstaff, and I'll write this down. Ragstad.
Yes, Nymantir, Ragstad, and Garosir, the Eternal Worm. Which, notably, only one with a title. So, and Garosir is Gharosir.
Okay. Garosir was the gold one?
Garosir is the blue one. Nymantir is the gold.
Okay. I'll look into that.
Okay. I have art of Garosir, and I'm not saying I want you to pick him.
I was going to pick him anyways, because he was specifically an ancient blue.
Dude, he's so cool. I've had him for a different campaign that I ran, but he's so cool.
Oh, that's cool. So he's like already established in the world?
Not in this world. I ran that campaign in Exandria, actually. But
this is like his echo on the material plane.
He's so freaking cool.
Yeah, I'll take the art whenever you want.
Yeah, I'll send that to you. Or I'll send it to the chat, I guess.
Yeah, he was the one that was under the ocean?
No, that was the gold, actually. Current whereabouts for him... where do I want him to be? Man, I don't know. Let's see here.
Could make it Exandria, that'd be fun.
Yeah. Well, because then I'd have to use Germ the Blue Veil. Hey, let me just pop in here.
Right. Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna say that he's actually used that spell and is no longer on this plane of existence. Yeah, sure. He's in Exandria. In the desert of Marquette.
I'll just have to pop in there for a second, say hi to everybody,
cool.
and then leave.
Okay. Yeah, I like it. Okay. Let's see here. Moving on to Aelin. Remind me what you're going for.
I am looking into... I'm assuming we covered the fact that, yes, the main things we're looking for are going to be covered. We've got the Sword of Canis, we're looking for all these things. So Aelin is going to go look for, what's his name again? Rakdos, the Riot?
That's right. Yes. Rakdos is a Baelor who was for a long time trapped inside of an iron flask. And a group of adventurers foolishly let him out, where he obviously cooperated for an hour and then went off just wreaking havoc. He has been a Baelor that has served various different demon lords. He's kind of skipped around a little bit. According to your understanding of what you can find, he is currently under the servitude of Baphomet. He is brutal. He is a torturer. He likes playing with his food, and he won't mess around. But his current whereabouts are... Ooh. Yeah. We're pretty far away. I'm trying to see if there's anything near here. This is kind of near Chult. And the nearest town that he is close to is called Lapogard, near the Bandit Wastes.
Huh.
That is further south than you have ever been.
Okay. Well, I will keep an eye on that, but it doesn't seem
Yeah, it's kind of out of the way.
likely. Yeah, a little out of the way, especially when the person hiring for this one is just some minor angel who couldn't do their job. I have bigger clients who probably won't take kindly if I go off to hunt a Baelor for no good reason.
Yeah. I guess.
And then I will look into... Maybe he'll show up and I can just snag him on the way. That'd be useful.
Yeah.
Or it'll come up somehow. But just running off to almost Cholt to snatch a boy doesn't seem like something I should do when Vecna's gonna kill everyone.
Yeah, that's valid.
And then I will do research on this Thavos character, and also on Theseus, the guy who is hiring me to do it.
Okay. Well, I guess I can't really tell you more than you already know about Thavos.
Right, I just wanted Aelin to also know it.
Yeah. I gotcha. Yeah, so you pick up basically anything you need to know on him.
That guy's awesome. Wait, oh, dude, I gotta make a deal with that guy.
Yeah. Oh, the dragon, yeah.
Yeah, oh, geez.
The guy who sent out this contract, Theseus, is a Shadarkai who kind of took over Thavos' job after him and his two best friends slash brother slash girlfriend left. And he has recently been appointed to go hunt down this traitor. And he's not, like, necessarily just trying to pawn it off on someone else. He's mostly just looking for some kind of backup because he understands how powerful Thavos is.
Well, interesting. I'll keep that in mind.
Okay.
And that one is very specifically a kill, not capture mission, yeah?
I think I said that. I think I said that one was kill, but I'm going to change it to either or, dead or alive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Aelin tries to keep the kill missions to a minimum just because it's a lot easier to walk back capturing someone. Walking back killing someone gets expensive.
Yeah, exactly. Okay. Cool. With that, yeah, Drillin, you like that dragon?
I do.
He's kind of cool.
He seems like his power would be pretty cool to have.
Well,
and a lot better than Themberchaud's.
Yeah,
Themberchaud's would reset me to level 3.
He makes Themberchaud look like a Webkins. Yeah.
Yeah. That guy probably eat Themberchaud as one chicken nugget.
Too fatty.
Oh, true.
Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Scoria. You remind me what you were going for.
Just the various leaders.
Yeah.
Down the Sword Coast.
Yeah.
What do you want to know that for, Scoria?
Wink and just in case we need to rally a force. That's all.
Yeah.
Yes.
You want like specific names?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who runs the orphanages on the Sword Coast?
Yeah. For sure. For sure, Battlehammer I know from Gauntlgrim.
Yes. I'm gonna say, I think in what you read about Battlehammer and Gauntlgrim, you find that they've received word about the demons, and the majority of Gauntlgrim is rejoicing. However, one of the guild members that you guys sent off from your tower has informed him that Vecna is now a very present threat, and he himself is not celebrating.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Let's just kind of start from the top and go on down.
Yeah, just probably Gauntlgrim, Waterdeep, Neverwinter.
Okay. I was going to do Luskan too, but honestly that is not super going to help. So
I am the leader of Luskan.
Technically, you're the leader of one tavern. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, so the Lords of Waterdeep, I don't think that they would have been made aware of the Vecna situation yet. And overall, they don't seem too affected by the demons. Looks like the Abyssal Breakers were able to quell the demonic threat in time. But yeah, they seem fine, normal even. Moving on down.
But yeah,
Wait,
just
no.
getting to know their names though, right? It would be
Oh, I guess. Hold on.
Battlehammer and Gauntlgrim.
Okay. Yes. Battlehammer and Gauntlgrim, Lords of Waterdeep.
I mean,
Would it be Silverhand at this time?
21 members.
right.
Give me
Only
the
the
main
Open
one.
Lord is public. All the rest of them are secret.
That's right. Okay. I believe it would be Open Lord Pierre Gion right now.
In Waterdeep?
Relay roll.
I think so. Oh wait, maybe it might be Silverhand. I got my dates wrong. Let's see here.
And then Neverwinter would be Neverember, right? At this time?
I believe so. Okay, late 15th century DR. That's not helpful.
Up to you.
Neverember is one of the lords of. Oh, he's.
Well, he was ousted as Lord of Waterdeep because he kept prioritizing
was a
Neverwinter.
fraud.
Yeah.
If you ask Delabrak who that is, he'll call him Lord Never Remember.
Right. Well, then we'll say that that's canon. He was focusing too much on Neverwinter, so he was removed from Waterdeep, and it is currently Silverhand, Lady Lariel Silverhand, who is the Open Lord of Waterdeep, or Open Lady, I guess. Let's see, this fella, Neverember.
Laeral Silverhand took the office in 1489.
Okay, I take it back then. If you've got a date for Neverember, let me know.
Neverember took office in 1468 and was ousted in 1489.
Okay, so then he is currently our guy.
Got it.
Okay, so then in that case, there's been a lot of strife and turmoil about him focusing too much on Neverwinter. I think that we would be right in the thick of that.
Got it. Let's see, who else would be remotely useful that he'd check up on? You know what? Harper's.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, there's also whoever is the current Lord General of Baldur's Gate might be interesting.
True.
I have a quick question, because like I said, I know the person is kicking around here. Can we find Minsk and Boo?
Maybe. I'm not even sure. I don't know a lot about them, but I'll add
Right
them to
now, because it's what, 14...
It's
what's the year?
86 or 87, I think we decided.
Yeah, 1486. I'm pretty sure he'd still be petrified in the
Yeah,
square.
is he still a statue?
No, it's 88 right now,
88,
according
okay.
to my calendar.
88?
Yeah,
Okay. So
because we
I'm
started
pretty
the campaign in 87.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure Minsk and Boo would still be petrified as a statue. As the friendly ranger.
I will, no, he was depetrified in the 80s. So...
Probably just somewhere out there wandering.
I think, yeah, I'm gonna say that he's just out adventuring somewhere. Sure. Okay, and with that, I just figured out, I think, exactly where he is. Yeah, I think he'd be in Baldur's Gate, yeah. Yep, okay, I'm gonna say he's in Baldur's Gate. The Harbors. Let's see here. There isn't one, like, strict leader of the Harpers, right?
No, they're more in, like, sleeper cells with some individuals, more like... I'd say maybe the closest one to us. I just need one near us, and they'll be able to get a message along for sure.
Well, then I'm gonna point you towards, Roaring Horn.
Where's he at?
He's in Waterdeep. Yeah.
Got it.
That's actually where he's from, so... Cool. Okay. And then looking at Baldur's Gate. Let's see. No, not the game. Okay, so there is the Council of Four that rule over Water's Gate. Water's Gate? What the heck? Baldur's Gate. Yeah, the Four Grand Dukes. Right, you're part of the Lord's Alliance. They've been recently reinstated. I can give you a specific name on a few of them. If you like.
Sure.
Oh, here we go. Okay. There is Abdel Adrian, former famed adventurer. Torlin Silvershield, wealthy and powerful cleric. Grand Duke Dillard Portier, an elderly businessman who... Let's see. And then Bellin Stelmane is a formidable politician.
Interesting. They are all, where's Stelmane?
I mean, in Baldur's Gate, but... Yeah, I think that she's just kind of minding her business in Baldur's Gate. Huh. Well, you are in Raven Hollow. So, yeah. How deep into her are you going?
I would need to know quite a bit for what I'm planning, so give me the deets.
Yeah, you know that she's currently infected with a Mind Flayer Lithid, and its incubation period has been extremely stressed out, but she is essentially being mind controlled by a Mind Flayer who is trying to root himself into the city.
I wonder who that could be. It's pretty cool, though.
Yeah, that's happening right now.
That's very fun. I mean, would I happen to know how to get rid of a Mind Flayer?
Yeah, you kill the person that it's inside of.
I know a really cool video game about this whole thing.
I'm gonna ask Graven Hollow, how do I get rid of that thing in their brain? I smell a deal.
Man. Oh, man.
We're rewriting history, guys!
The plot of Baldur's Gate 3
is that you can't take it out.
Well, those ones are very specific. You can remove a Mind Flayer parasite generally, but it happens in 1492 is when the third boss spawn crisis occurs.
Yeah, that's when Dritz sails the ocean blue. I think that you'd be able to find out that it could be done surgically, though not easily. Some very heavy remove curse magic could work, or remove disease. And then, killing the host works really well.
I need them alive.
Yeah. Okay. Any other big questions for me? Just Valencia, or no, yikes, Scoria.
Oh.
Ow. Are the stone giants amiable enough to send a message for me?
Yeah.
Okay. I will message that to you.
Please do. Okay. Dalbrak, you were looking at that dragon specifically. What did I call him? I wrote his name down. Hold on.
Yeah.
Eater of all. You find that he is residing in the Shadowfell currently. And you half expecting like a shadow dragon or maybe a black or red dragon. No, he's a Dracolich.
Ooh, that's not good.
Yeah, that is very not good.
Yeah. And his horde is extensive, to say the least. He scours the Shadowfell for any and all things shiny, and takes them, and is really, really good at protecting his horde.
So he is a Dracolich now. What was he to begin with? And I guess I'm not here, so I can't ask, but...
That's true. Is that something you look into, Dalrock?
Oh, what was that again? Sorry?
He's not... Or he's a Dracolich now. Are you curious what he was before he was a Dracolich?
Yes.
Okay. Aelin, roll me a d6.
6.
Cool, he's a black... Or no, he's white. He was a white previously.
Huh.
Was an ancient white that the cult of the dragon had gotten a hold of, and they were trying to do a big ritual to try and resummon Tiamat to the material plane, and it did not work. And in the aftermath of that, they accidentally created a Dracolich, which then made his way into the Shadowfell. So, Yeah. So there's that.
Cool.
Cool. Let's see here. Okay. Moving on to Drew. You got any other questions for me?
I don't think so. I guess let's find out. Is the dragon gonna eat me on sight? Can the future guy tell me that?
Yeah, you make your way over to the archive of the future, where you find a librarian. She's scribbling down on these giant sheets of parchment that to you are essentially like poster board sized, but to her they're like sticky notes. She actually scribbles one down, hands it to you, scribbles another one down, hands it to you, scribbles another one down, and then hands it to you. She is very fast-paced in her movements and is like a little erratic. Clearly overwhelmed. But yeah, you read 3 different outcomes that are possible out of infinite, you know. One of which you are indeed destroyed, roasted by lightning and eaten, because you said the wrong thing and pissed him off. In another one, you make a deal with him and find that the deal had a lot of fine print, and you're essentially bound to slavery underneath him for the rest of eternity until you die. Which does bind your soul, not this body. And then the third outcome is where you do make a deal with him, and everything works out okay. And you kill Vecna, and you are praised as the hero of the realms, and you get married and settle down and have 4 kids, and eventually it ends in a messy divorce, but
yeah, I saw that coming. Do I at least get the magic wands?
The what?
Do I get the wands? She can have the kids.
You get the wand of the divorce.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yes.
Oh my God.
But you get the
Or
wand.
does it end in the worst way possible, where I'm stuck with 4 kids? I'm like, kids, she took the wands.
Yeah, you get the wands and the dog.
And oh no.
But that's it. She buzzed off back to Blindstone. Didn't want anything to do with you.
Oh, dude.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess we have the maze engine for that.
No.
Yeah, so I guess I'll walk back and tell everyone I need to make a pit stop back in some other world. You know the deal. The simulacrums can take you back to the tower when you're ready. I will. I forget what artifact we got from Exandria, but I'll begin casting the spell.
Oh dear. I don't remember.
The jerky, was it?
Was it the jerky?
No,
let's
it
see.
was a holy symbol of the Everlight,
That's right.
which
Yeah.
Tarn has.
Oh, I need that. Oh, wait. I have Wish can bypass that.
I suppose Wish can bypass the material components of a spell if you really want to cast
and
Wish.
I don't. Duplicating the effects of a spell does not mean I get the stress and have to roll to see if I can cast the spell again. That's only if I try to reshape reality.
Dang.
So I
okay.
guess I'll crack my knuckles. I'll be back, and I say, I wish I was on Garasir's doorstep in the world of Exand. No, not like I see the face you're making. I wish I was within 5 miles of Garasir, the eternal worm on the world of Exandria.
I am going to give you 20 seconds to think that over, rephrase what you would like.
Yeah.
And I'm literally setting a timer on my phone
Yeah.
right now.
I wish
Go.
that I perfectly duplicated the effects of the Dream of the Blue Veil spell to appear in the world of Exandria.
Thank you for that. I really wish you'd left out the whole blue veil thing, because I would have just put you right in Andrea.
And then boom, no more wish, you're stuck here now. Have fun.
Yikes. Okay. Let's see. Okay. We'll deal with that in just a second here.
Yeah, I'll be back.
Ian, any more questions for Graven Hollow?
Oh, do I take the risk? Where's Vecna now? I think I would ask.
Ooh, I will get to that in just a second. Aelin, you got any questions for Graven Hollow?
I mean, I do, but they aren't ones that Aelin would know to ask.
Okay.
So,
Kieran does, Aelin doesn't.
How does Stavos kill Dreadall?
no, it's
Brutally and sadistically.
probably, yeah. No, it's more stuff about the Dracolich. how we deal with that information. But I'm not there for the Dracolich info, so.
Okay. Scoria, you're asking about Vecna?
Yeah. I think he would.
Yeah, I think that you go to the Archives of the Present, and you find a tome, a big old thick book entitled The Whispered One, and this is where the essence of Graven Hollow is drawing you. You open it up, and it is completely empty.
Ooh.
I knew that.
Interesting.
God of secrets.
Well, he doesn't want you to know where he is.
Interesting.
He's got like an Apple AirTag detector on his person.
Yeah.
Hey, can I activate that Apple AirTag, please?
No.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know what? Hold on. Maybe there's a way to reverse engineer this as I'm kind of thinking about this. They already told me he has his hand.
This is true.
Maybe where will he be?
Where was the hand of Vecna?
Ooh! That is a good question. Let me... Hold on. I got an idea.
That's an evil laugh right there.
That's a good evil laugh
It
right
was being
there.
used as a back scratcher.
Yeah.
By Emberchod the whole time.
That's fine.
No. Are you looking into the Archives of the Past?
Yeah, if we can't tell where the man was, the being was hit like now, then what about the item? Where was it before?
You experience a vision, and you are thrust through a very familiar sensation of the Hells. Remaining on the first level in Avernus, your vision is zipping through the fields of the blood war, and demons and devils alike are clashing at the sword, and it's a very messy sight, but you're familiar with it.
I think I'd mutter to myself, idiots.
Yeah. Your vision slows to a halt on a withered corpse, missing its left hand, of a red dragonborn in black armor.
Oh.
This is the body of Archon the Cruel.
He died?
Oh, he was brutally withered by Vecna. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, he was. The withering effect. His
Oh.
attuning to the hand killed him.
I guess
see.
so.
No, he had the hand. He was fine.
Yeah, Becca just came back and rocked him.
Yeah,
So-
it looked like he was in a very, very, very poor. Not poor, but the fight didn't go well between him and Vecna.
I think if I'm in a vision, just casually standing over, seeing his body, be like, huh, interesting. And I'll aim a kick at him, and I assume my leg probably goes through.
Yeah.
Well, so he's been traveling around places. Got it.
He's been getting around. Oh, yeah. Okay. We'll get back to you in a second. Dalibrak, you got anything else you're looking for here?
Not right off the top of my head.
Okay. How I always run Graven Hollow is if you think of things later on, like especially throughout the next few weeks, just let me know and I'll get back to you. So.
Okie dokie.
Being in New York, who knows? Okay. One more chance, Aelin and Scoria. Any more questions?
No, I don't think so.
I think. Well, this is more just roleplay, right? I think he would want to see how Valentia died to make sure that Aelin wasn't sparing his feelings.
Gotcha. You you watched the YouTube version of our session from a couple weeks ago. No, you watch this fight, and it's very fast and very bloody. And you find that Aelin was sparing your feelings just a little bit. She got her stuff rocked. And Demogorgon did not pull any punches. Her crushed, broken body after his onslaught did survive for about 30 seconds after he killed her, after he crushed her, and then she faded away.
I think with that, he kind of tenses, and you see anyone watching him would be like seeing him tense on his blades. But then he'd ask, "Where is she now?"
Let me look at something. What was her alignment?
Hers was
Was
lawful
she
good.
good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Checks out.
I think
Yeah.
by the end of it she was. I think she always was.
Then yeah, I think that through. Actually, make me a Constitution save.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot who I
Because
am.
you're
Holy.
evil now.
Wait, what's happening?
Celestia doesn't like you a lot.
Oh,
Okay, that's pretty good.
I'm at an 18.
Okay. So only take 4 points of psychic damage as your vision very blurry and like it's like you're in a dark room for like 3 days straight and you just walk out into broad daylight.
Yeah.
It's overwhelming and it hurts and you don't like it. But in the distance you can see a young black-furred tabaxi woman just sitting with an older tabaxi couple that you assume are her parents in a beautiful field of trees and tall grasses.
I think after the searing blindingness, that's like the first thing he sees. A first genuine smile actually appears on his face. He says,
Make that radiant damage, not psychic.
Oh yeah, and like the first like genuine one, not smirking or teasing or being just mean, shows up on his face, and so you did make it.
And she, from the distance, she looks happy. So, okay. With that, I think it's time to take a little field trip, kids. Okay. Journal, you kind of plop down in between the bookshelves of Graven Hollow and begin to cast this spell. Now, you're casting Wish for the very first time. What does this look like?
Oh my gosh.
You know, Droodle's never known anything really to be of substance in his life. I think he says it. He says his wish, and he kind of gets blown away for a few seconds. And then he blinks and he's just there. There's no... He was assuming there'd be a big build-up like it's something he earned, but the universe doesn't let him have that. Not yet.
Like that. Yeah, so you make that wish, close your eyes. Nothing feels different. You can still hear the kind of ambient background noise in the library. And then, yeah, you open your eyes, and it's like a harsh, just, like, jump cut. You are your spiritual astral form is in the middle of this intense dust storm in a rocky desert that you have never seen before. And about 50 feet off into the distance, the sky has darkened, and you see in the dust storm there is a massive thunderstorm building.
Oh, that seems like where a blue dragon might be.
Indeed.
I'll march my spirit through the storm. I'll say he's walking on the dirt. I'm not sure if he leaves footprints, but I want to approach this guy at ground level.
Okay. As you do, you see that he has made his lair in a ancient ruin, where there's maybe maybe a couple dozen just stone structures just jutting out of the sand. And inhabiting all these stone structures are scores upon scores of demons.
Now, with the the blue veil, I assume he'll be able to see me because dragons have true sight. Is that how it's gonna work? I don't know if he can see. Yeah, let me do that. Because I don't know how I'm gonna talk to him if it's 25.
Well, I feel entitled to tell you. Hold on.
Because I can still do it telepathically. Be cool to know if he could see me standing there too.
Right. See into the ethereal plane. Interesting. I'm gonna say yeah. Well, knowing him, yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Yeah, I don't know what he did in your other campaigns, but
yeah,
kind of wacky.
You begin making your way into this essentially demon war camp. with, like I said, dozens and dozens of demons of varying shapes and sizes. Some of them you don't even recognize. Like, you're like, well, you didn't fight any of those guys back a couple months ago. Just freaky looking creatures. You make your way into this large crypt mausoleum type doorway, where there is just electricity arcing off of the walls. You make your way down these steps into a massive underground chamber where you see quite possibly the largest dragon you have ever seen in your life. Not mass like Thunderchod, but just general size. This is even a step beyond ancient. This must be a great worm.
Jeez. Yeah, I'm standing there. Does he react at all?
He's facing the other direction.
I'll try to puff my chest up like those tropical birds and say fully with my chest, "Great Garroseer," and see if he reacts at all. And immediately kneel down too.
Yeah.
After I say that.
He shifts, moves, twists, and again, yeah, you're faced with that four-eyed, giant axe-horned visage of a massive blue dragon. Sees you, cocks his head almost like a dog, all eyes narrowed, and kind of leans in and says, "Well, you're not from around here, are you?"
I'm not. No, I come from a... Ooh, I don't think Dreddle even knows what his world is called. No, I come from a far-off place. I seek something of yours, a sliver of your great might. I was told that you're the most fearsome dragon that could be sensed. And I'm currently harboring some of the power of... I don't know if you've heard of him here, but the Whispered One.
Do not speak his name.
That's why I call him the Whispered One. Yes, I apologize, Great Worm, but I'm trying to rid myself of his presence, and I thought by overwhelming it and crushing it with a dragon's might such as yours, that it might quell what grows inside of myself.
Wow. Desperate. That much I sense.
Indeed, but powerful too. I've gone to many places, slayed the demons, the demon lords on my world. All of them fall into myself and my team. I can give you things. I don't know. It seems you've quite the hoard here, but anything you could want from an exotic world, I could give to you.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. Ooh. Can I spend a point to reroll that?
It might get you a slightly better result.
Yeah. A little bit.
A little bit. Okay. He says, "Well, you certainly piqued my interest. Make an offer."
Oh, I thought he was going to ask for something. What do I have to give him? I could give you... Do demon lords exist on this world?
Not on this world, but in the abyss. Yes.
Yes, I believe that is where we might be connected in some way. Orcus, have you heard of him?
I have.
Then you might have heard of, and I'll hold up the wand of Orcus, his most prized artifact.
Exhales through his nose, and there's just like a hot, ozone-smelling air that comes from it. And he says, "Bring it to me, physically. Then we'll continue this negotiation."
I see. Alright, now, can I just speed up the spell to where it makes my physical form appear?
Ooh. Sure. I'd allow that.
Yeah, and I will materialize.
Okay. And you do so,
I'm holding it like sideways in my hands while kneeling down, so I'm like presenting it to him.
Yeah. As you materialize, I mean, you had kind of a sense of the physical sensation that you were surrounded with, but once you materialize, it just becomes so much more real. You're almost like punched in the face with just this static in the air. All of your arm hair stands on end. and your stomach just kind of drops. I need you to make a wisdom save.
Yep. 18.
You are frightened.
Yep. Of the Durgan.
You what?
I said of the Durgan.
Yeah, rightfully so. He gives as much of a smirk as a great worm could, and says, I think we have the beginnings of a deal.
Yes,
What else do you offer me?
I have this artifact here, the Wand of Orcus. I also... What else do I have to give? I have... Ooh, this one might be good. The soul of one of the greatest warriors from my world. This could make a great antique to your collection. And I'll kind of flick the stone, and you hear, I don't know, Jarlax will scream inside.
Oh my gosh!
What can scream more than your grunt?
Yep.
Okay, he says, wow. He rolled 2 crits so far on his different insight checks and stuff. He says, souls have less use to me. As you can see, demons serve me, but I'll still take them regardless. Tell me, gnome, do you have more demonic relics?
Demonic relics? I don't think so. Ooh. This is more of an advance payment, but I could procure you the Crown of Grotz. I ripped it from his own skull. It evades me now, but I can quickly go get it for you.
Make me one more persuasion check.
29.
Jeez Louise, dude. He says, bring it to me. You say you want my help, my assistance. What is it that you require?
I just need but a morsel of your great power. I came here under the impression there'd be an ancient dragon, but you are much, much more than that. I just need... I don't know how a dragon would particularly offer their power. Maybe you have a... You can breathe it into me. Maybe you bestow it some magical right. Wherever your power comes from within, I just need but a morsel of that.
K-Driddle.
It preferably with me remaining intact at the end.
Make me an intelligence saving throw.
Yeah. 20.
You get an idea. And the idea is just... But what if you could use Vecna's power against his?
Against the dragons?
No, against Vecna.
Oh.
And then that kind of echoes in your head, and then you realize that the voice is shifting, and now it sounds like, what if you could use his power against himself?
Oh. The wand?
No. It's
Oh.
Vecna.
Wait, it's Vecna saying that.
Vecna is trying to get you to stop negotiating so that he can eventually rip away your power later.
I squint my eyes for a second. Try to block him out. Yes, I have that.
Yeah.
All of these. Do I have any more stuff I can give him?
The dragon says, bring me the crown, and then our deal will be complete.
Oh, I need to get that. It's gonna be bad.
Not one for payments in advance.
Yes, what if I could get you something... better than the crown? Better than anything you've ever known.
Oh.
Check this out. And I'll pull out the deck of many things. Now this is debatably the most powerful artifact from my world. It has the power to reshape reality. I used it once to rebuild an ancient artifact of which I had long destroyed.
I know what it is. Not much of a gambling man. But it is valuable. That 29 is carrying you, dude.
Yeah.
He says,
I should have brought more in my lunchbox to share with them at lunch.
He says, I think we have a deal. I think that I can loan you a fragment of my power. But bring me that crown.
Yes, yes, sir.
Okay. And as he kind of straightens up, takes the Wand of Orcus from you, you feel your attunement to it breaking.
Mm-hmm.
And
your problem now, there's a slot inside.
You also feel your innate psychic connection to the world around you very slowly fade. And it is quickly replaced by a much more elemental connection. You can go ahead and switch your subclass.
Mm-hmm. I've done it. He's out. And now I'm just a guy for a second. I'm gonna remake a new character sheet with that subclass.
Yeah. No worries.
And now I gotta...
What subclass are you doing?
Draconic Sorcery with the lightning element.
Yep.
I suppose you're doing the new rules because...
Because the other one sucks.
Yeah, it does.
And now I have to think, what do I want to steal from this guy before I teleport back?
You can certainly try.
Oh
I'm not trying right now.
Please don't.
Did I ever tell you guys the story of my wife? Like, the same character that you guys met that gave Tarn's grandfather her tattoo. Or his tattoo. When she was playing her campaign, she found a blue dragon's horde, and the dragon was distracted by the two melee fighters. She misty stepped behind the dragon and just started shoveling gold into a bag of holding. And they were set for life. But yeah, she filled it to the brim. It was ridiculous.
Now, I did cast that on the Wand of Orcus, the summoning spell. I put the sapphire in the other eye. He doesn't. Okay. I don't need to steal anything. I'll let this guy go. Remove the deck of many things in Wand of Orcus.
Yep.
And I guess I'll... Yeah, I can cast Dream of the Blue Veil to go back, because I have a bunch of magic items from my world.
I mean, you could arguably use yourself as a focus.
Yeah, I guess I will. I'll get you that crown in due time. Thank you for this.
You stop paying attention to you.
Alright, I'll just leave. I'll go back home.
Okay. Well, congratulations, you removed the Wand of Orcus from ever being in Thanos' power again.
Yippee!
Well, I mean, unless he wants to go fight that guy.
Yeah, but we also gotta find it first, which is the issue.
Oh, what was that, Thavos? Could you repeat that?
You son of a bitch!
Dude, he's shaking his fist somewhere. Oh, and did he take Jarlaxle's soul too?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay, great. All of my problems just got magically whisked away.
I was gonna try, once I found out about that, I was definitely gonna try and get that soul off of you.
And the deck of many things, because I wasn't touching that again.
Yeah, I really wanted that soul.
I'm telling you, this guy was pretty amicable. Just go talk to him.
I wanted a soul coin.
Oh, you just go steal it from him.
Yeah, sure.
That guy's cool. What did he do in your other campaign? Was he like a villain?
He was a boss. So in the other campaign, it was Alexandria, and they were kind of doing the same Cult of the Dragon thing that I was talking about earlier. They had to go collect 5 different orbs of dragonkind from different chromatic dragons, and he was the boss fight right before Tiamat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he's like challenge rating 29.
Damn.
Yeah, he's no joke.
Oh yeah, I'm not stealing that guy.
Yeah.
I was like, please don't.
No, don't go solo. Okay. Dream of the Blue Veil is only like a 6th level spell, right?
It's 7th level, so I can get back. I just need a wish to get there.
Yep. Easy enough. You dream of Toril, and head back to the Tower of Vengeance. Or I guess Graven Hollow, wherever you want.
Yeah, it says that it goes to where the magic item originated, so I'll just go back to the tower. The simulacrums can get them back to...
Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. Then everyone meets back up at the tower to discuss any information that they may have found, etc., etc.
And Jarlaxle now has dragon eyes.
Sure, I like that.
Yeah, because it says it's like eyes, a little bit of scales. Maybe his eyes are blue now.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, there's some.
Or no, maybe his veins just run like electric blue.
Ooh, that's kind of cool.
I just realized
that's where he casts the spells.
Good contrast, cool against his purple skin. You what?
I realized I was muted. I was just bringing it up again, but I'm betting you already know that I pretty much will turn into a pumpkin in probably about an hour or so because
Oh,
I
okay.
work tomorrow morning. But I'm guessing we're probably getting close to the end, maybe.
Actually, I was going to shift. Tarn, are you busy?
I'm right here.
Wonderful. Sorry, I just realized I didn't respond to your last message. But we can just pick up right in the middle of that if you want.
Yeah, let's just pick up. I'm
You're
in this
talking
little.
to Father Richards still.
I'm in this. Yeah, well, I'm talking to Father Richards. I'm in this little makeshift hospital, and just saying, okay. Father Richards, has the plague affected plants too, or just people?
No, not plants, just people. It's... I haven't seen it affect any animals either.
That's weird. So it just affects people. And hold on, I'm trying to remember. So how long ago did this start?
Let's... Oh, jeez. Gotta do some mental math. Yeah. Only about a week and a half ago.
Okay. Just trying to think. I wish I had Volunteer Brand or someone right here, right now. She just kind of starts mumbling to herself. This is a weird question, but where did those woodsmen come from? What did they say where they came from?
Don't think they did, but we can go ask them. I think one of them's here, actually. Let's see. Yeah, and he runs over and asks one of the woodsmen. Comes back and says, due west, on the way to Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate,
Not on the road yet, they said they were still in the hills.
In the hills. Can I go look at my map? Can I kind of look at a map and...
Yeah.
Kind of, maybe one of the woodsmen can kind of point where they were at.
Yeah. Do you have your map of the Forgotten Realms handy?
Yeah. Hold on. Let me see. Okay. Map of the Sword Coast. Alright. I'm sure I got it somewhere. Yeah.
I can send you one too if you need.
I got it right here.
Yeah, so if you zoom in on the trail to the hills, you see the trade way right next to it?
Hold on. I need to zoom. Hold on.
I
need to zoom on this just a little better.
No worries.
But oh gosh, why is this thing? I'm on a phone right now.
You're fine. What time is it over there?
It's like almost noon.
Oh, nice.
But let me get my iPad. It probably will show up a little bit better on there. Sorry, it's taking so long.
You're good.
Map. Okay. Sword Coast map.
Let me see if I can send this one to you.
Oh wait, now I can zoom in on it. Okay, I see. So
Okay, so yeah, zoom in on the trail to the hill.
Yes, I see the tradeway.
Tradeway, go a little bit to the west of that, and that's where the woodsman points.
Fields of the Dead?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that just checks out, doesn't it? Okay. I want to help here. I have the great healing powers, but maybe there's something in those fields that can help. But but I just got here.
No, that's all right. We've got plenty of people to help and volunteer here.
I'll still at least stay the night.
All right.
Where's my mom, Cora?
She was just here right before you got here. I think she's back at home, but she's fine. She's
okay.
all
right. Well, I'll head over.
Okay.
I'll do what I can to help. Just
go ahead and give me a history check, Tarn.
History check. Okay. Huh. Yeah, maybe I know something about the hills, the fields of the dead. Okay, that's a 24.
Wow. As far as the Fields of the Dead go, you know they're an ancient battleground from like mid 19th century or mid 9th century, not 19th. So a while ago. But a lot of those fields are used for farming, ranching. Every now and again, someone will turn up some armor, weapons, or other remains. But let's see. Yeah, I think with that 24, you would know that there's not a name, but you've heard stories of a healer that lives up in the Forest of Worms, that might know something about this kind of stuff, maybe?
Healer in the Forest of Worms.
Yeah, just to the north of the Trails of Hills.
Oh, okay. Cool. Maybe I'll head to the Forest of Worms first then. But yeah, I'm gonna head back to my old house.
Okay. Yeah. Heading back to your old home, you decided this is kind of in the middle of the night. Let's see here. Okay, yeah, you find the old cottage that's built, next to a large field that you know that your parents live in. It's dark inside, so you think your mother's probably in bed. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's rude to wake up and then well.
Oh.
If I'm still gonna knock and
Okay.
see if there's much of an answer.
After a little while, you see like the strike of a match or something, and a lantern fires up, and your mother's comes to the door, wrapping some robes around herself, and she sees you and just starts bawling.
I just gave her a big hug.
Yeah, she holds you back, and just starts like apologizing. It's like it's kind of hard to tell what she's saying.
No. Don't apologize.
In her emotional state.
It's on the past. It's on the past, okay? We can talk about could've, should've's all night, but I saw Dad, and well, I know it's late. I won't keep you up too much later. I'll just we can chat in the morning.
Yeah, of course. Your room is still just how it was when you left. We haven't touched it at all. I made the bed, but it's the same. So
Okay, thanks.
get some rest. You look exhausted, darling.
All right, and I just go to my old room, and doesn't take me too long to fall asleep.
Yeah, well, you doff all your armor and stuff, and
wait, hold on. What's Gromp doing?
Oh, Gromp just dropped you off and then went back.
He just did it for the sake of teleportation. I got it.
Right. However, as you're going through your things and kind of, hanging up your armor and such in your room, in your pack, in one of the pockets that you never use, there's a pretty large, lumpy mass in there.
What's in that lumpy mass?
You open it up and pull out
Oh no, this is gonna be
an
bad.
obsidian statue of a panther.
Oh, never mind.
And wait, Guinevere?
Yep. Looks like Dritz must have snuck it in.
Trish, I fucking love you. And I just have a little smile on my face. And I kind of set the panther on a little nightstand.
Mm-hmm.
And I fall asleep.
Okay. Yeah. I think in the morning when you wake up, you kind of spend the day helping out people where you can, but getting psychologically ready and physically ready also for a journey into the Fields of the Dead as well as the Forest of Worms. You stock up and by the evening you're ready to go. But we can continue that in the character discussion channel if you'd like. I know it's a little early to end the session, but I think it's a good stopping point for us all.
Alright.
That was good.
Okay.
The first Vecna arc session.
Yeah. Yeah.